Sorry, I have to shut off our playout now because that was trying to retain our viewers. Okay, we're coming back to you guys. Mics are hot. Here we come.
And welcome back to this Rocket League doubleheader on this Monday night. We have just seen the first match of Boise State versus the Mocs. The Broncos pulling out the victory, and we are waiting right now on the second match to come through. I'm still your host, Jacob Jim Mountain Palmer, joined by Michael Fish Fisher. It's great to have all of you with us in this skill shot varsity. You can see the matchup coming through right there of the Broncos versus the Raiders in skill shot college varsity tournament right now. And Fish, based off what we've seen in the first round, what are your hopes for this second match against the Raiders?
I'm hoping for another great series, the Milwaukee School of Engineering. I know we saw them before in the spring NACE tournament before all this craziness happened and they shut it down. They are a very good team. I believe they were undefeated in that tournament. So I am very excited. I know the Raiders are a good school, like I said. So I'm excited to see how this team of Cosmo Buster and company do against them. I think this is going to be an epic match. I think it's going to go to game point no matter how many games we're playing. So I'm excited for this series. I know, like I said, when you play a lot of these tournaments, you see a lot of the same schools, especially when you're at the top of the craft like Boise State is. So I'm excited to see how the Raiders do. I think they beat the other Boise State team the last time they played, the one we just saw. So I don't know if they've matched up against this squad of Cosmo Buster, Tacky, and Baynock, and I am definitely excited for this series.
Me too. I'm very excited to see how this turns up, whether it is the other squad as we see, because we usually switch off between them during these double headers. And Fish, if just generally going off the general knowledge that we see from Baynock, Cosmo Buster, and Tacky, what they really do so well, I think, is the mid-air passes. I mean, they are so immaculate to each other when they're passing it in mid-air to each other. The teamwork is so good. They can be so unstoppable at times.
Yeah, they're really fantastic. The passes they put together are absolutely bananas. Even if you're not a high-level Rocket League player, just seeing how the play develops and following the passes can be fantastic. I will say there have been times where this team, as you mentioned, with those passes, they almost try to look for the pass instead of shooting. So there is a bit of a catch-22 with those passes where, yeah, they're great. Yeah, they'll work out and they'll score a lot of the times, but also sometimes they tend to be a bit too predominant and they don't just take a shot on an open net. So there is a double-edged blade on. I'm curious to see how they handle it. But it is Boise State versus the Milwaukee School of Engineering, the Raiders, and this is going to be a very good start here. As that ball 50-50 is going to end up actually right in the hands of Ace Pocket. Looks like we might be seeing the other team's Gem Mountain that we just saw. And I'm very excited for this team as well. Some of their passes still very good. And of course, Wade, Nelson, Crow, and Ace Pocket, all very good players right now as they corral this ball down in front of their own net.
Yeah, well, this squad definitely coming off of their own victory against the Mocs, so hopefully they can do the same against the Raiders. Slumpy is going to be demoed, but Broncos don't necessarily turn that to any shots on goal. You can see Milwaukee Engineering has it right in front of their own goal, the side control being a little bit better this game thus far. Ball's going to be pushed back and centered. Ace Pocket comes right in to play it right above the goal. A bit of a scary way to try to set it up for a clear, but a way to do it nonetheless. The ball didn't quite go in the goal there. Here comes the shot, but saved 2 times in a row by Yolk, I believe. Waiton is going to be able to get the better of that, though, and score the first goal in this match.
Yeah, great job by Waiton once again, just following up his own shot as it hits off the crossbar and a member of the Raiders, but Waiton was there to make sure that ball finished in the back of the net. So the early lead for the Broncos here. We'll see if they can hold on to it and even extend it. 50-50 ball. Ace Pocket, I think, tried to sideswipe. It didn't quite get great connection. Now the ball in front of the Broncos net, and that is going to be a goal for Pillow.
Pillow here, you can see Slumpy is actually going to be the one that sets it right up for him. Then Pillow jumps up, waiting, not quite there. That's just your textbook set up and push it in. Great teamwork there by the Raiders, able to find the equalizer. And I don't know, Fish, are we going to see a repeat of what we saw last time? Because that equalizer coming so soon after the first goal is giving me flashbacks of the first match tonight.
Yeah, you know, if we do see it, I hope Boise State is able to put together just a tad stronger of an offense this time to be able to maybe keep those goals coming. This time, Boise State, once again, LC Curl going to have to make that recovery. Still looking for the clear. LC Curl not able to do it. Great job there by a member of the Raiders. Ball in front of the Broncos net. Gets played around, but Wade just barely able to touch it. Slumpy and LC Curl running into each other. That's going to buy enough time for a member of the Raiders to steal that ball away, but a huge save by LC Curl. Right in front of the net. It looks like finally Waiting able to piece this one together for a huge clear, but a shot on goal stopped by Yoke. Thought we might see him dribble that one into the net. And Boise State, just like that, it has been a one-and-done mentality, unfortunately, right now. And that ball bouncing around off the crossbar, and Slumpy finally able to put it in. I don't know where anyone else was on Boise State, but you hate to see it.
You hate to see it. The Raiders coming into a victory here. And with all three members of the Broncos kind of racing in there at the last moment, that's got to sting just a little bit more. 50-50 is going to head over toward the Raiders' goal. Ball is hot as it heads into the corner. LC Curro now is going to pass it over to Ace Pocket in the center, but in comes Yoke to push it toward Boise State's goal, and another goal there by Slumpy is going to push it 3-1 with the Raiders coming out with a nice victory, not even halfway into the match. Not a victory, I should say, a lead thus far. Who knows if it's going to turn into a victory yet, Fish.
Yeah, and I do think we talked about this. Sometimes the extra pass can hurt. Looks like Boise State wanted to set up something for Ace Pocket. He just wasn't able to corral it. That turned into an immediate breakaway goal for the Raiders. LC Crow trying to dribble that one in the back of the net. Wayne going to play it up the top of the crossbar there. Ace Pocket tries to follow it up. A rare triple commit by the Raiders, but they are able to get the save. It's like another double commit. They are able to clear it, so the Raiders getting away with a little bit of sloppy gameplay, but it has worked out for them so far. Now Slumpy going to try and dribble it in the back of the net, and unfortunately, he'll get the hat trick, but it's going to go off the bumper of LC Coro.
It's the classic triple commit into the goal strategy that we have seen, well, once, but it has certainly worked out for the Raiders there, turning what looked like to be a very costly mistake into a goal right off the bat. It's going to allow the Raiders to go into a 3-goal lead as Ace Pocket is going to meet them in the center. Ball heads up high. Here comes Yoke, pushing it toward Boise State's goal again, and just this is the same problem that really plagued the Broncos in the first match. It's just the struggling to get and maintain any sort of side control.
Yeah, maintain side control, get big clears. Both of those have been a struggle. Now Boise State's going to find a huge one. Yoke's going to get the first save. LC Coro going to try and maybe put that to Wade in a contested pass that's going to be saved by Pillow. Boise State not able to hold serve for now. Ace Pocket. So you see LC Coro waiting there in the corner. Unfortunately, Ace Pocket not able to win that 2v1. Pillow going to play it around. Waiting as well, forcing LC Coro to retreat all the way back. Pillow even getting that back corner boost away from Boise State. Yoke dribbling it up in the corner. You'll see LC Coro now able to attempt a clear, missed by one. Unfortunately, Slumpy, who has been all over the place, able to stop that one and put it back on the Broncos side.
Now the Broncos still playing defense, and oh my goodness, Yoke is going to be credited with that goal. But due to the pinball that was kind of happening here, you're going to see it bumped off of LC Coro's bumper to go into the goal there. So that is definitely got a sting as the Broncos find themselves with a 4-goal deficit now. 50-50 goes slightly towards the Raiders' territory. Now Wayden is going to look to try to set it up for a teammate, but in comes Pillow. Is going to be able to find the clear. It bumps into Ace Pocket midway down the field. Picked up there yet again by another Raider who sends it back over to Bronco territory where the ball has remained for so much of this match.
Yeah, Boise State, as we see, Wade dribbles it out. Great job by Pillow, or Yoke, I believe that was, intercepting that in midair. Pillow now going to get the clear. There is Yoke as the demo comes out. Great back pass there to Slumpy, plays it off the wall around one, pushes Ace Pocket right out of the way, forcing Wade to recover and at least get an attempt to clear away from in front of his own net. Slumpy just going to miss on that one. LC Curl elevates with Yoke. Yoke barely wins it, but now Ace Pocket has a full clear. Unfortunately, that ball runs out of steam, and Slumpy's able to corral it. Ace Coral gets it in the corner, puts a centering shot in. Looks like that was just won by Yoke on the 50 ball in the air. Unfortunately, Ace Pocket and Pillow both going to miss on that one. Time ticking down on the Broncos' comeback efforts as Yoke able to corral it. It is in the Broncos' side. LC Coral, not a great clear there. Slumpy with the centering pass, but LC Coral able to steal it away. And there is an open net, but Yoke comes racing in to stop it from going in.
And now as the clock ticks down, the Broncos just are left to try to play a little bit of defense before the ball finally gets grounded, ending it for both teams and putting the Raiders into an early lead here. And Fish, I just got to say, you know, what we've said in the past couple of weeks, or the past few weeks, I should say, it's been a big thing in Rocket League is just try to get those big clears more often. In the case that the Broncos have just been pushed up to their goal for, it seemed like, the majority of that round. It really can't just be one big clear can turn into a goal. And that's what the Broncos have to look for here, you know. Maybe not even think of, you know, side control at this point, but just do the baby steps toward that and get some clears.
Yeah, Boise State just needs to find a way to get the ball out of their own half after one or two shots. Unfortunately, we did see the Raiders, Milwaukee School of Engineering was able to put shot after shot on the goal. So yeah, as you mentioned, baby steps, just finding that big clear after one or two shots. I think that's how Boise State can find that answer, because right now, side control was all the side of the Raiders, but it really all starts with not being able to find a clear.
Now, I do have to say one thing that I believe is not like the first match, is I do believe this is probably a best of 5, just because the way it was put to us, it's like the best of 3 was a very unique thing for that first round of that tournament. So if my money was on a wager, I would believe that this would be the more traditional best of 5 that we've been seeing. But yes, this is best of 5 confirmed. So, but not a good start for the Broncos. They're definitely going to have to, if they have to win, they need to push this to at least a game 4.
Yeah, Boise State, I think they found the first goal of that match, so there definitely are some good things that they have going for them. So I'll be curious to see if they can find a way to string it together. I'll be curious to see if they're able to find ways to continue up the side pressure, because I didn't get the shot stats from that last game, but it definitely felt like the Raiders did a great job. And it really just all starts like we talked about, getting those big clears, trying to maintain side control as much as possible, because I do think Boise State, unfortunately, has struggled with that a bit tonight and just not able to win that side control battle. So I'm going to be curious to see how this all plays out here.
Alrighty, well, sometimes it can be the break in between games that allows a team to just kind of gather their thoughts, clear their head, and really see what they can improve on. This has been the case for the Broncos in the past, to have a really bad game 1 and then really improve their game in game 2, and we'll see if that is the case right now. Right now, the ball, it looks like instead Yoke and the Raiders, by extension, are just going to pick up where they left off, scoring the first goal of the game, not even 20 seconds into the match.
Yeah, Yoke able to put that one home. Boise State not off to a great start, but that was off of 50-50, so I'll be curious to see how a continued sort of back and forth goes. Boise State this time not able to corral the 50-50, ends up in the hands of Yoke. Ace Pocket not quite able to steal it away, ball bouncing towards his own net. Slumpy going to help out a little bit, and Pillow not quite able to put it in, but Yoke's going to keep it alive. Wait, just able to steal it from him, but Pillow is there. Ball bounces off the back wall, but LC Carl able to try and get it clear. Looks like he is finally able to get in. Boise State off to a much better start defensively. Unfortunately for them, the Raiders have re-corralled it and are already back on the offensive, as LC Carl going to miss on that one. Ace Pocket can't quite play the rebound, but waiting all the way from the other side, able to come charging back and finally able to get it clear as Slumpy doesn't play it right. But the Raiders have just been all over this midfield balls and able to keep the pressure up on Boise State.
Just like that again, Pillow's going to score the second goal of this match. The Broncos haven't been able to get any sort of side control at all, and it's just driven right in there. They certainly need to change something around, and fast, because this ain't looking good, I just got to say right now. We're about a minute into the match, 50-50 off to the side. In comes Slumpy, who's going to go up the wall. But look out for LC Curl, who's able to get the centering pass right there. A pass over to Waiton off the crossbar. That was a great setup. Unfortunately, didn't get a goal there. Now Ace Pocket is back in their own territory, and now can they get a clear here? Now if Yoke has something to say, my goodness, the Raiders are out to play. Right now you can see Slumpy setting it off, a pass off the wall, and the perfect angle. My goodness, they're here to play.
Yeah, and it really has come down to this midfield possession. As we saw there, Boise State had side control, and it was just immediately clear that no Bronco could keep it alive. As Yoke's going to corral the 50-50, a double commit there by Boise State, and that's going to be a goal for Slumpy. And that was just an unfortunate double commit. Wait in Ace Pocket, both going for the same ball. That'll mess up the rotation and leave your goal wide open.
3 minutes, 34 seconds left. The Broncos already find themselves with a 4-goal deficit as the timer ticks down. 50-50 in the center is going to be cheated out by Ace Pocket for almost a goal there, but Pillow came right in there with the save. Elsie Coro misses the ball there, kind of drives around it. And there was a magnet in there repelling him. And that Boise State has a little bit of side control right now, is able to keep it. So like we said, just baby steps at a time, maintain the side control, then let the shot on goal. Try to develop that, maybe get some sort of goal, some sort of momentum going here. Unfortunately, Waiton was demoed, but Ace Pocket right there, keeping the control going for the Broncos, and now the clear is found for the Raiders, who almost getting another shot on goal there. You cannot count them down, and I don't know I don't know what will happen with Ace Pocket there, with maybe a communication issue, something there, but you know, he's wearing rabbit ears, but I'm not looking for bunny hops right now, Fish.
Yeah, I know. It does feel like Boise State was a little bit off there. So you see Waiton just off on trying to put that ball in the back of the net. Now with the game hitting halftime, though, we'll see if Boise State can have a better second half and maybe even a comeback here. You can see 4 goals definitely possible in the first 2.5 minutes. Unfortunately, the Broncos right now just need a clear. Waiton able to stop it once again. He does have a lead blocker, per se. Unfortunately, Ace Pocket not able to stop that one. Elsie Curl, though, is waiting. Able to play Yoke's little stop attempt there. Slumpy able to misplays on that one. Unfortunately for Boise State, no one in the rotation close enough to take that shot on goal.
Hey, there you go. Ace Pocket is going to maybe start something going for the Broncos right here. As Slumpy misses the ball in midair, Waiton sets it up for Ace Pocket, who drills it right into the lower right corner of the goal, getting the first goal for the Broncos. And like we said, baby steps. They were able to, the side control has been a lot better this game. You know, in that first minute, it was nothing but the Raiders. But ever since then, the Broncos have been doing a better job of maintaining control of this ball.
Yeah, Boise State right now keeping the pressure on here. We'll see if they can maintain the side control we've talked about. Waiton able to do a great job, pass it over into the corner. Slumpy misplaced that one. Ace Pocket wants to take a shot on goal. Unfortunately, a great job there by Pillow, able to contest that one. But it's still going to stay on the side of MSOE. Boise State keeping it alive. Waiton and Elsie Carl trying to combine on something. As Ace Pocket is hanging back. Does look like, though, the Raiders have found a way to steal the ball.
Yeah, found a way to push it back into Bronco territory. Ace Pocket credited with the goal there. He's going to go off the wall here to play some defense. The Broncos almost were able to get a clear there, but the ball is going to be kept in their territory by some great defense from the Raiders. And the shot on goal coming through from Pillow is going to find it, pushing the Broncos back to being down 4 goals.
Yeah, just a great job by Pillow there, and Boise State, unfortunately, not able to get the clears we have talked about there, and sometimes that will happen. It felt like Boise State just had a guy in the right position, Ace Pocket just a few inches away from making that save. 50-50 ball, gonna take a crazy hop, open something up for Waiton, but a huge save by Yoke. Elsie Coral wants to follow it up. A tricky little play there, pops it up to kill the ball's momentum, juking out a couple people, and Boise State answers right back.
Well, 3 goals in 1 minute. It isn't unheard of. It's a got your work cut out for you situation, but definitely not impossible. It's all going to be in midair right here. Ace Pocket is going to push it towards the Raiders' goal, trying to center it up. In comes Pillow over to Slumpy, who is able to play it past 2 Broncos and find the clear. In comes Waiton, though, and 2 demos onto the Broncos is going to allow a goal by Pillow. Absolutely filthy.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that double demo just absolutely doesn't matter if your rotations are crisp. When 2 members get demoed, at the same time nearly. It's going to just absolutely shut down everything and make it extremely hard to play defense there. So you have to understand what went wrong for Boise State. But immediately out to 50-50, Ace Pocket nearly puts it in the back of the net. Ball does go just a bit high. LC Coro going to clear it over Waiton, not able to corral it, unfortunately, just a bit too high. Yoke and LC Coro over there in the corner. Pillow going to pop it up. Ace Pocket doing a great job intercepting that one. Ball bouncing in front of the net, but Pillow will be able to corral it. Waiton stops it near midfield. Yoke going to keep it alive, though, for the Raiders. Ball bounces off the back wall. Great job by Pillow, running some defense there. Slumpy able to corral it, plays it over one. LC Coro not quite able to stop him. Yoke going to pop it up to his teammate. Pillow shot, though, high and to the left at Boise State. They can't have a comeback, but they could cut this deficit to 6-3 with a last-second goal here. Ace Pocket able to keep it alive, but then immediately the ball goes down, and the Raiders will move on to match point as you are watching Boise State versus MSOE, the Milwaukee School of Engineering. Broncos versus the Raiders, and right now Boise State needs to find a way to come back here. Pillow having 5 shots, 3 goals, and the Raiders cruising to a 6-2 victory.
And one of the things I would say helping them get to those goals was really all the team members of the Raiders being able to disrupt the Broncos so much, pushing them out of the way, demoing them before goals. That's something that the Raiders have definitely exceeded in thus far. And now for the Broncos, it's reverse sweep time. That's what you got to pull off to win this thing. We are going into Game 3, but I do got to say, the Broncos did improve in that second round. They were able to score some goals, were able to get some better, more sustained side control. They just got to improve a bit more now to try to win this.
Yeah, I definitely think Boise State has it in them. Right now, what the Broncos need the most is just the ability to slow down the Raiders' attack. You're never going to be able to just stop every shot on goal. Something's eventually going to trickle in, but if Boise State can limit the Raiders to 1 shot and then a clear, or even just 2 shots and a clear, I think that's going to be huge for Boise State. Right now, it feels like the Raiders really just maintain side control, and the ball goes in the back of the net, and then it's forced to reset. So Boise State's got to find a way to get these clears all the way down to the other side, because just getting them to midfield's not enough. The Raiders have a member there waiting in rotation to keep the ball alive.
Alrighty, round 3. We could see either the start of a reverse sweep or a clean sweep right now if the Raiders are able to snatch victory right here. With the way they'll be playing, I certainly wouldn't be surprised. Now the 50-50. The Raiders are going to get the better of that, and maybe a goal right off of that, but Waiton with a nice save there is going to be able to keep the ball alive as Ace Pocket rushes in. It's played around as the Raiders try to set something up here. In comes Slumpy. LC Crow is going to play it past him now. He tries to get the clear over to the center, but Waiton misses the ball, and that allows the Raiders to almost get another clear, but this side control from the Broncos has been steadily improving, Fish. But now it gets not cleared again. See, it has been improving.
Yeah, Boise State's been doing a much better job keep maintaining their own side pressure. Now we see the Raiders starting to get the ball back, but Ace Pocket with a huge clear. Yoke going to ricochet it all the way down to the goal, forcing LC Coro to make a save. Yoke wants to control it in front of the net. Waiton not quite able to corral it, and Pillow, with the help of some ping pong, going to put it in the back of the net.
Pillow definitely came here to fight, as he has been getting so many goals thus far in this match tonight, scoring the first one for the Raiders in Game 3, less than a minute in. Now the Broncos looking for an equalizer. 50-50 right now, going to go off to the left. In comes Slumpy over LC Crow, is going to try to set it up for the goal, and he is going to find it as Yoke comes right in there to steal the goal credit from him.
Yeah, Boise State, the first 30 seconds were great. Unfortunately, that's just no one back in the goal. The goalie may be taking a bit too aggressive of an approach there, trying to steal it away. And as you mentioned, Yoke going to steal that one. Boise State now on the 50-50. Will be slightly won by LC Coro, but Slumpy and Yoke once again are going to combine on stealing that one away. Slumpy going to set up another shot. Pillow this time, not a clear shot on goal. Boise State able to push it away as LC Coro is there to stop it.
Right now, Ace Pocket is going to get the ball, is able to get a nice clear over 2 members of the Raiders, but in comes Yolk to stop any momentum from happening, is going to go right now into a counterattack, setting it up in front of the goal. In comes Waiting to push it back toward the side. Slumpy now passes it over. Broncos get the clear back towards the goal. Pillow with a nice shot off of his bumper back toward Bronco territory. Now goes back into the corner. Yolk sets it up. Slumpy comes in, misses it. Ball heads back towards the Raiders goal. Broncos need to rush in here. Unfortunately, Waiting again missing in that match. There have been some very key misses from the Broncos in crucial moments that have allowed the Raiders to capitalize on it. So just a little bit of rotation, sloppiness, some misses here, just a few consistency issues. I think that has allowed the Raiders to put on such a dominating performance.
Yeah, Boise State, though, almost cuts the deficit in half. LC Carl forces Yoke to make a save. Yoke able to corral it. Pillow going to play it off the wall right to his teammate, but LC Carl going to stop that one in its tracks. Pillow, though, comes racing in to steal that one away as we enter the second half of this match. Boise State needs to find these 2 goals. Waiting, able to play it around. Slumpy might have an opportunity. Slumpy's going to help him out. Waiting's going to almost get Boise State right back in there.
That is a true own goal assist there. Slumpy came rushing in, trying to contest, but the angle allowed the goal to come through for Boise State. So, yeah, Slumpy with a bit of BM from production, giving Slumpy the hat trick. But, BM is nice and all, but I would rather the Broncos be in a win right now if we're in the position to do a little BM right now. Right now, they are going to try to equalize this game. Slumpy coming right in there, deflected by Ace Pocket. Now push it toward the center. A double commit there from the Raiders is going to allow the Broncos to push it up further towards the goal around the corner. LC Crow and Waiting are waiting there. Ace Pocket rotates in. Now it's going to try to play it around the corner, set it up. Look out for Waiting, and he finds it. The Broncos have equalized the match.
Yeah, great job there by Ace Pocket setting it up for Waiting. When there's 2 men attacking the goal and there's only 1 goalie, he's got to commit to 1. He committed on the pass, and he was much below that one. So Boise State fighting their way back into this game, tying it up with 2 minutes left. Ace Pocket with a clean win on the 50-50. That's a wide open net. If anyone on Boise State can get there, unfortunately, Pillow able to get the clear. LC Crow going to put a shot on goal. I don't know what happened there. You had 2 Raiders in the net. Neither of them left their feet or their wheels in this circumstance, and they just let that ball go in.
Oh, excuse me. Well, this could be the start of a Bronco comeback right now. 50-50, heading over to the side, where it gets cleared back over toward the Bronco goal, and the Raiders equalize it almost instantly, not letting the Broncos get any sort of lead for a sustained amount of time. They are tied back yet again.
Yeah, we had the own goal from MSOE, and that was an own goal and a double commit for Boise State. 2 members going after the ball, and unfortunately basically just ricocheting it in. So now with the game tied, Boise State scored the last 4 goals, so I'll be curious to see our less than the last 3, I should say. So we'll be curious to see how the Broncos maybe can keep this pressure on here. Ball going to go all the way down into their corner. Looks like Waiting will elevate, able to clear it away. Does he have enough boost to carry, and a double commit as well? Boise State has had a couple of those. LC Crow didn't quite interrupt that one, but you saw him bouncing in front. Another huge clear going to come down. Ace Pocket stops it for just a second. Slumpy, though, corrals it, sets it up, but there's no teammate there. LC Crow, if he had the boost, had an open goal, unfortunately didn't have enough boost to power that ball home. He might be able, though, to set up for his teammate. Ace Pocket, though, just unfortunately missing on that one. Now LC Carl with full boost, able to stop that one. A couple of crazy misplays there. Gem Mount from the side of MSOE, but Boise State could not capitalize.
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate situation of just not having boost, because that definitely would have turned into a goal had he had it. Now the Raiders are stumbling a lot more in this match. Maybe it is just a thing of jitters, just trying to get that final match point going there. 30 seconds left, a little over 30 seconds. There is enough time for either team to take the lead. Ball heads over to LC Curro as clock passes 30 seconds, going up the wall. In comes Yoke, setting it up. Waiting, not going to allow that to happen. In mid-air, over to LC Curro. And now Ace Pocket passes it back to LC. Now trying to push it up. Ace Pocket around Yoke, keeping the clock winding down. We might be going to overtime if no one can score a goal here. LC Coro now has possession of the ball, gets demoed, and that might be enough to push it over into overtime.
Yeah, the ball finally going to touch the ground here, so we will head to overtime. All the pressure on Boise State trying to prevent the sweep. The Raiders have multiple games left if they lose this one, but I'm sure they want to finish it off right now, and Slumpy nearly does that. But Boise State might be able to reverse the field. There's one member back for the Raiders. It's Yoke, but Pillow able to come charging in. Ball in front of the net. Slumpy able to get the clear, and now over to Yoke. Going to set it up off the top wall. Slumpy's there, unfortunately. Hits it into the crossbar, and Boise State saves alive as Wayne's going to put it in the back of the net, and he gets it! A hat trick for Wayton, and Boise State lives to fight another day.
Well, this isn't going to be a clean sweep after all. The Broncos showing that they have some life in them, pulling out victory in the... Okay, really? You're going to... I have such excitement, and then we cut to a very depressing shot of the empty arena. But I can guarantee you the cowbells would be ringing in that arena at full strength right now for a performance like that. The Broncos able to pull out a victory from the jaws of defeat.
Yeah, that was a spectacular job by Boise State, a spectacular job by Wayton getting a hat trick when Boise State needed it most, and that really did look like a just entirely different Boise State team doing a fantastic job of really dominating that game. They scored the last 4 goals if you want to count their own goal there, so really great job by Boise State, able to bring us to a Game 4, but their work is cut out for them because they have to do that 2 more times.
Yep, they have to do 2 more times, but I do have to say definite improvement in the rotations, in the clears, and I do have to say a good amount of misplays there, kind of at the most crucial moments from the Raiders. There were some definite missed goals there. I remember Slumpy towards in the last 30 seconds. It was all set up for him, open goal, but just hit it off the right post instead. So a little bit of an improvement from the Broncos coupled with some misplays by the Raiders, and we are on to a Game 4.
We are on to a Game 4, 50-50. We'll end up with Yoke coming charging in. Great job there by Boise State. Unfortunately, Wait maybe a little bit too slow with that one, as Pillow's going to steal it away from him. Slumpy wants to center it. Ace Pocket, though, able to push it away. I didn't see him for a second there. And now a couple of ricochets mean Yoke has to make a huge save, and Boise State keeping the pressure on. Unfortunately, Ace Pocket's shot going to be turned away by 2 members of the Raiders. The Broncos doing an excellent job maintaining pressure here. LC Coral going to cancel out that clear. Ball bouncing around the net. Pillow going to misplay it, and you hate to see it. I don't think that was Pillow. That was Yoke, excuse me. He's going to misplay that one, and that is another own goal on the side of the Raiders.
Okay, I just have to point out here that Twitch chat is showering praise upon that shot of empty chairs that we've seen. I never knew that the empty chairs could upstage a whole Rocket League match, but maybe we're seeing that tonight. The chairs might actually be the player of the game when it's all said and done. Right now, Yoke is going to try to tie it up, but it goes off the right post. And here comes Wayton up the wall. It's actually going to let LC Crow handle it as he drops down for some boost. Now it's Wayton's time to shine as he gets the clear over with the pass. Ace Pocket in mid-air, and a great shot on goal there. Absolutely beautiful setup. Slumpy is going to be able to get the save there. But the Broncos definitely look like they have finally gotten it all together.
Yeah, Boise State, this looks like a just reinvigorated team. It's not the most ideal situation as Boise State going to see if Wayton can steal it away, sets it up for LC Coro, but a huge double commit works out. The Raiders have gotten very lucky sometimes with these double and triple commit saves, as we see a great pass there from Yoke to Slumpy, intercepted though as Pillow gets it. But this just looks like an entirely new Boise State team. Never want to have to go to a reverse sweep card to bring out the better in you, but it's working right now for Boise State as they have been electric. Right now, though, they are trying to keep this ball out of their own half. Ace Pocket gets what he can with no boost. An empty net as LC Carl sets it up down in the corner for Wayton. Unfortunately, great job there by Slumpy to push that away, and Pillow going to put it right down to the Broncos side.
Now the Broncos are playing defense yet again, but maybe a nice clear here from Waiton can change that up. And yes, a very nice shot over to look like ace pocket right there, but some deflection there from the Raiders. Going to push that back to Bronco goal. Look out here. Here comes LC Crow. Now ace pocket is in a position to defend LC Crow. Slumpy gets the better of that contest, which is forcing the Broncos to still play in their own arena. And there's the nice big clear we're looking for. Setting it up for the Broncos. Can they score another goal? You know, Fish, we haven't seen the Broncos pull out a lead that's more than one goal thus far in this the whole night tonight.
Yeah, Boise State has done a great job, but they might get it just now. Waiton's going to steal that one away, and he's just going to, I guess you could say, confirm the goal. But that was all ace pocket, a huge clear as the Raiders got a bit too over-aggressive, and as you see Waiton making sure it didn't bounce off the crossbar. I might have to say he might have actually saved that ball from hitting the crossbar.
Well, the Broncos find themselves with a 2-0 lead. This night might still be going on as a very exciting twist is playing out in front of us. The Broncos might be staging a comeback, but to help do that even more, they got to find a clear here. Ace Pocket is going to push it up the wall. Pillow comes right in to stop that from happening. Now El Cicaro says, hey, let's play it up the other side, and it might work out for them as the shot on goal comes through there. Slumpy is going to be able to get the save. Here comes Yoke. He's going to push it to the right side where Pillow is waiting, and another pass up to Slumpy. All three team members working together to push it back toward Boise's goal.
Yeah, Demo's going to come out there, waiting in ace pocket for a brief moment, nearly double committed. Now Boise State has to get that with their own huge clear. Ace pocket there, able to pop it up over one. He has Waiton. He will get pushed off, though, by Yoke. Slumpy is there. Huge Demo going to come out onto Waiton. That was the rotation target for Boise State. So I do think that will be a Raider clear. Nearly a goal. If Waiton hadn't respawned, that would have actually been a goal. So that Demo ends up costing the Raiders. Demo goes on to Yoke. Unfortunately, that shot is going to go a bit high. Pillow going to try and carry it all the way down. LC Curl able to disrupt it, but actually just pops up the air for Pillow to once again get it. Shot on goal. It looks like Yoke was way too quick on that one, and that ball going to be careening in the middle there. Waiting just a bit behind it. The Raiders do have possession in the corner. Ace Pocket looking for the clear. Not going to be able to get it. Waiting. Not sure he's going to find it there either. Did find it past Ace Pocket, but the Raiders threatening with possession right now as that ball goes over the Bronco net.
Now we're less than a minute now left in the match, about 45 seconds left. Do you think, Fish, you know, you were making an analogy earlier that this could be like hockey in a penalty kill situation of just finding those big clears to run out the clock. Could that be the situation the Broncos find themselves in right now?
With a 2-goal lead, you always want to try and find a third goal as that shot goes far to the right. I think the Broncos have a little bit more room to play with here. So I think they can try and add to this lead, not try and just protect it because it is 2 goals as the Demo comes out onto Yoke. Ball bouncing toward an open Raider net there, but able to be corralled. Now Waiton has to play some serious defense in midair, stopping Yoke with the ball. Boise State, just like that, pillow shot. It's going to be 10 seconds of absolute mania coming up, Jim Mountain.
Okay. 11 seconds left. This is enough time for a sneaky goal to be scored off the 50-50. That makes this 50-50 so important. The ball heads over toward Boise State's territory. 8 seconds left. Pillow is up trying to find the ball, but no one's near the ball to try to contest it, allowing the clock to tick down to 3 seconds. Ball's going to hit the ground in an rather anticlimactic fashion. The Broncos are going to pull out the victory here, and this is so exciting, Fish. The Broncos might be able to pull it out here in Game 5, staging an amazing comeback. The Broncos versus the Raiders. And I gotta say, Fish, I don't want to be too superstitious here, but ever since we saw the shot of those empty chairs, like everyone's saying in the Twitch chat right now, the Broncos have been a new team.
Yeah, Boise State, we'll see if lightning can strike twice as we see some more empty chairs. Of course, those would be our broadcasting chairs we would be getting to sit in usually, Gem Mountain. But yeah, Boise State really came out like the dominant team. A couple of misplays by the Raiders, as we've talked about. A little bit of sloppy play has allowed Boise State back in this series as well. So I think Boise State has to feel very excited about this Game 5. They definitely have been playing as the better team in Games 3 and 4. So I have to say, everything right there, the chair is the MVP. I think they're player of the game if the Broncos come back. I hope production's ready for that because if they win, it's all the chairs.
If they win, yep. I'd have to agree.
Yeah, and you know, I will say, maybe it might be the chair I have. I was, the Easter Bunny visited me a bit late, dropped off this nice chair here, as you can see there, that the players have in the arena. So, you know, I'm excited now. I feel like a real gamer finally that I have my gaming chair. So maybe that's what propelling the Broncos to a win is a better cast because I am better supported this time.
Alrighty, Boise State needs all the support they can get to maybe pull out the victory in this Game 5, the ultimate tiebreaker game starting right now, and Slumpy is going to bide his sweet time looking for the clear there. Ace Pocket now is able to find a good clear there, and now it goes over to LC Crow, who's going to try to contest this ball. The ball grounds instead. Wayton rushes in, but the Raiders beat him to it. Broncos definitely keeping up a lot better side control, though, as the ball has been solidly in Raider territory for about almost 30 seconds now. And they try to clear it yet again, but two Broncos are waiting back there to stop that from happening, but instead the ball is pushed past one, so LC Crow has to come rushing in, waiting with a nice rotation, but it's not going to be enough as Pillow gets the first goal of Game 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, Wayton just went a bit low on that one and wasn't able to get it, and Boise State now has to find themselves. We talked them all up, and unfortunately now they are trailing 1-0, so we'll see if they can get it back. 50-50. Gonna go over to LC Crow. He'll play it perfectly, but Pillow should intercept that from Wayton. Ace Pocket waiting right there, but Slumpy doing a great job grabbing that one. Yoke able to corral it. LC Crow, though, gonna intercept that pass. Double commit by the Raiders. It will result in a very weak clear. Wayton waiting right there. See if he tries to fake somebody out. Slumpy's not buying it. Ball bounces off the hood of Ace Pocket into the corner there. LC Crow able to push it at least down, place it off of Yoke as well. Yoke, though, center it right into the middle, though. A double commit by Boise State, and that was the worst possible time as that ends all of their side momentum.
Yeah, but it's still just a one-goal deficit. The Broncos can definitely equalize it. Certainly, things could be a lot worse. The Broncos just need to find that clear and turn that into a goal, and LC Crow might be able to find it right here. Instead, the Slumpy is going to push it right back towards the goal. Ace Pocket gets demoed, so Wayton now may be being brave and trying to push it back into to Raider territory. Ace Pocket collects some boost, just enough for him to help contest the ball right here. Now the ball's in the corner. A lot of Raiders now kind of clumped up around that ball. Broncos are going to try to push it up here, and look out for Pillow just coming right in there with the dunk back toward Bronco net.
Yeah, and it looks like a shot on goal has to be forced away at the last second by Ace Pocket. Pillow going to intercept that one as LC Crow was waiting with full boost. Looks like he'll rotate in front of the net here. Yoke now in the corner. Boise State able to stop that one from now. Wayton going to bounce it off, though. Once again, the Raiders doing a great job as Wayton misses that on just intercepting any Boise State clear and putting it right back down. Ace Pocket not able to corral that one, so Wayton's got to position himself in front of the net. LC Crow doing a great job, and a huge demo by Yoke on to Wayton. Going to stop any Bronco push. LC Crow way too far in front of that one. Ace Pocket maybe can put it up to him. You see him put it up to him, plays it off the wall. Ace Pocket might be able to carry in the back of the net, and he can! What a play. The give and go pulled out in one of the best ways you'll ever see it. And my goodness, Boise State ties it up.
This is turning out to be an extremely exciting Game 5 right now. Can the Broncos actually pull off a reverse sweep? Those first two games we saw where the Raiders just dominated so completely, and now the Broncos have managed to draw this all the way out to a tiebreaker, but their work is going to be cut out for them as Yoke is going to score that goal due to just a little bit of unfortunate rotation mishaps from the Broncos.
Yeah, the demo did come out as well. That'll throw a wrinkle in your plan. So we'll see how Boise State can respond. That goal they had to tie it earlier was one of the best pieces of Rocket League I've ever seen. And now Boise State right off the 50-50. You're going to have to try and corral it. Yoke shot just hits the crossbar. Boise State barely stays alive as we tick down under 2 minutes. Waiting, trying to get the clear. Pillow able to intercept it. A double commit, though, from the Raiders. Makes it a 2-on-1 if the Broncos get down fast enough. Looks like instead they will allow Yoke to clear it. LC Crow going to position, but misses on the ball. Boise State, then a huge demo comes out to Waiting, forcing Ace Pocket to make the save. Boise State just a little bit off. Now Waiting dribbling it down. As one member to beat. Can't pop it over Pillow, though, so the Broncos have to retreat.
You know, that really has been a great tool in the Raiders' pocket, has been their ability to get demos at really crucial times and mess up Bronco defense. And a shot on goal there coming from LC Curro, but Pillow was able to get the save, and now it's pushed back to in front of the Broncos' goal. Look out, and Slumpy's going to come right in there and make it 2 goals now that the Broncos have to make up.
Yeah, just a great play by Slumpy. Once again, Boise State, nobody back in the net, maybe being a bit more aggressive than they needed to be. So they will need to stage quite the comeback here in the last minute and 19 seconds. But it all starts with the 50-50 ball. Ace Pocket cheating it out, able to beat a couple of members, all 3 members of the Raiders. We have seen a bunch of triple commits by them, but it has worked out. As Yoke going to try and carry it towards the net. Ace Pocket, though, with a great job intercepting that ball. And the key we've talked about, Jim Mountain, about 30 seconds of goal. So Boise State still in comfortable territory here as we see Yoke come careening in. Ace Pocket just able to mess him up a bit and clear it away. But Boise State needs a goal here. But unfortunately, that's not the goal they needed. Pillow rips it in, and that might be the nail in the coffin.
Yep, I think that very well might be. With 3 goals, 51 seconds certainly is doable, and the Broncos were able to get this far with a comeback, so don't count them out just yet. 51 seconds, 50-50 is going to be still in the center. Ace Pocket tries to cheat it out. He is going to be able to with a pass over to Wayton now, and with one member of the Raiders played around, this might be an opportunity. Yolk is going to make it harder for the Broncos as LC Girl comes in. He's going to push it into the corner. Now Slumpy looking for the clear is going to find it. Not if Wayton has anything to say about it. Up above the goal, set up right there, but LC Curro not in the right position to get the goal, and now with only less than 30 seconds left, it's going to be a lot harder for the Broncos.
Yeah, Boise State's going to have their work cut out for them, but it still is doable right now. Boise State trying to find a shot goal. Great defense, though, by MSOE, and that ball is going to corral in front of the Broncos net. Wayden has to clear it away, and as time ticks down, unfortunately, Boise State's comeback effort most likely going to fall short here, but they can maybe get one final goal. LC Curro's shot is going to go right in. The Raiders, the Milwaukee School of Engineering, are going to be your victors. The reverse sweep just thwarted away. And you know what? I might say we might have cast or cursed at Gem Mountain. We talked all about it. We hyped up the chairs. Good luck only strikes once. I think we might have doomed ourselves from the start, but great job by the Raiders. Huge shout-out to Boise State for coming back in that series.
Yeah.
I didn't think at some points they were going to make it to a Game 4, and they made it all the way to a Game 5 and really dominated 2 of those games. So huge shout-out to LC Curro, Ace Pocket, and Wayton. They played their hearts out there. Unfortunately, the Raiders able to come away with a Game 5 victory and the series.
Yeah, definitely a lot to commend the Broncos on for being able to stage a comeback like that and push it toward the very final match. We are going to be now getting into the player of the game for this match, Fish. And as the graphic comes up, do you have anyone that you want to predict?
I have to say it's got to be some combination of Ace Pocket and LC Curro, because that goal in Game 5 was one of the cleanest goals I have ever seen in my life. I want to see that goal in this highlight, even if it's in the top 5. It's the chairs, though.
Hey, the chairs get the play of the game. Most legendary player of the game thus far. Oh, man, that's got to feel really good. Really, it was a team effort in the end. You can see all of them standing together. None of them are going to leave the other. I can guarantee you that. That's what you call true teamwork, sticking together through thin or thin 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? We've had all of these players as player of the game, so sometimes you got to mix it up, and the chairs were huge. As you talked about, we had your excited face after a huge overtime winner, and we went to the chairs, and they absolutely rallied Boise State in Game 4. So shout out to the chairs, shout out to the one I'm sitting on. An excellent job by Boise State to take this to a Game 5.
Oh my goodness, Twitch chat is going absolutely wild right now with praise for the chairs, and it is well deserved. And what an amazing end to probably one of the most exciting matches I have seen thus far in Rocket League, with how much the Broncos were able to keep this game alive.
Yeah, just an excellent play by Boise State. Just some of the greatest goals we've seen. Hey, you know, I will say the Raiders did help out on a couple of their own. I'm sure they wish they had back, but Boise State just played excellent in Games 3 and 4 of this series. Thought they might have a shot, but really a well-played series overall by Boise State.
Well, the Idaho Central Credit Player Union, the ICCU Player of the Game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. A bunch of chairs are your Idaho Central Credit Union Players of the Game. And what an amazing end to tonight. I certainly had fun. It's nice to be back. And two very exciting games. And we might not be done, actually, as I am hearing right now. We still have some more action coming to you in the form of Rocket League. So I will be excited to see how that turns out.
Yeah, we do have a top 5 from that series to get to, but yeah, it'll be curious to see what exactly is coming up next, because you and I have no idea. We were just promised a doubleheader, Gem Mountain, and it's always great to have more action. So after these top 5 plays, I am definitely excited to hear what we got coming up next.
Yeah, going to be very excited. We are going to be going into the top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your critical thinking skills into real time, with more than 5 positions offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there. You can reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. So now let's enjoy these top 5 plays of the game. As you can see, someone in the Twitch chat just asking, is this college esports? Yes, it is. And to show you what college esports is like, enjoy these top 5 plays of the game.
Win on the 50-50. That's a wide open net. If anyone on Boise State can get there, unfortunately, Pillow able to get the clear. LC Coral going to put a shot on goal. I don't know what happened there. You had 2 Raiders in the net. Neither of them left their feet or their wheels in this circumstance, and they just let that ball go in.
The ball didn't quite go in the goal there. Here comes the shot, but saved 2 times in a row by Yoke, I believe. Waiton is going to be able to get the better of that, though, and score the first goal in this match.
Yeah, great job by Waiton once again, just following up his own shot as it hits off the crossbar, and a member of the Raiders, but Waiton was there.
Waiting there. Ace Pocket rotates in. Now he's going to try to play it around the corner, set it up. Look out for Waiton, and he finds it. The Broncos have equalized the match.
Yeah, great job there by Ace Pocket setting it up for Waiton. When there's 2 men attacking the goal and there's only 1 goalie, he's got it. Shot going to be turned away by 2 members of the Raiders. The Broncos doing an excellent job maintaining pressure here. LC Coral going to cancel out that clear. Ball bouncing around the net. Pillow going to misplay it, and you hate to see it. I don't think that was Pillow. That was Yoke, excuse me. He's going to misplay that one, and that is another own goal on the side of the Raiders.
Okay, I just have to point out here.
By Yoke on the way, he's going to stop any Bronco push. LC Coral way too far in front of that one. Ace Pocket maybe can put it up to him. You see him put it up to him, plays it off the wall. Ace Pocket might be able to carry in the back of the net, and he can! What a play! The give and go pulled out in one of the best ways you'll ever see it. And my goodness, Boise State ties it up. And my goodness, Boise State ties it up.
To what is coming up, and I think everyone watching is going to love this, because it is the Rocket League team versus the Overwatch team in League of Legends in this House Cup that we are playing right now. 2 teams fighting it out on Summoner's Rift for pride and bragging rights.
Yeah, this is absolutely mind-blowing. I know we had Production versus the Rocket League team. The Production won, no thanks to a certain member sitting in a red shirt and a Nace hat, but we can talk about that one another day. So I'm excited for this one. These House Cups are a lot of fun, and it's definitely excited to see some of these players in games that they are not on stream with, but I know that there are some players on the Rocket League team that are mad good at League of Legends. So I'm excited to see what the Overwatch team knows what they're in for, because when we played the Rocket League team, they blew me away with how good some of them are. So I'm definitely excited for this.
Yeah, it'll be extremely exciting to see what happens. You know, one of the great things about kind of these House Cup matches is you don't necessarily have to play strictly meta. So we could see some more interesting picks coming out here. I know everyone always jokes about a Teemo pick coming out. That, you know what, it's a House Cup. It's a for fun. So we could see. Anyway, although you could argue that it's not really as much for fun if anyone picks Teemo. But aside from that, you could also have Annie, and that would be great to Doc's delight as well. So anything can happen. Garen also for Glovely as well. So let's see some of these more fun off-meta picks and really have some fun with this match.
Yeah, I would not be shocked if the Rocket League team bans away Ezreal for certain reasons that we've already talked about here. They have not had good experiences with Ezreals and Barons, so that might be something they want to take away. But yeah, as you mentioned, it could be off-meta. I think it's Cosmobuster plays a mean Zoe as well that is absolutely crazy. Baynock plays a great Gnar. I don't know. Wait, no, there's 6 Rocket League players, and there's only 5 spots in the league, so somebody's not going to make the cut, but I'm really excited to see who's going to play. And I guess the same for Overwatch. There's 6 and only 5, so somebody's got to be on the bench. But yeah, as you mentioned, I bet you see a lot of one-tricks come out because usually when the League of Legends teams play, you can scout. You say, okay, you know what? I know this member of Colorado State plays a lot of this team. I'm going to ban them out. There's no scouting here. Some of these Rocket League players do not have the same username, so this is going to be everything goes, basically. You ban away the power picks, and you just go from there.
Yeah, we will see. We see a few people in the Twitch chat saying, give Glovely Garen, you know, just make his day. I know we did see him in the Twitch chat a little bit earlier tonight, so that is definitely something that he might want to see as we will be waiting to get into the picks and bans right now. And it's going to be a little bit interesting for me. It's been a little while since I have been to Summoner's Rift right now in these broadcasts, so what a way to return in one of these more kind of out there show matches that we like to put up every now and then.
Yeah, and it does. I do want to say shout out to Ace Pocket. Looks like he said they did give their OPGGs to the Overwatch team, so they are going to have a little bit of a scouting advantage there. And you see it right there. Baynox Gnar, the first thing banned away. That dude is insane.
I don't need more enemies.
And I will say also, the Overwatch team watched Rocket League play production, so they might know who to ban away.
Yeah, and we do see there, it looks like Seth was the most recent ban. We also see Urgot, and it looks like Blitzcrank was also banned a little bit earlier, as now the true picks get going, as Overwatch is going to be the first one to pick. Captain Star, charged with picking. And what were you most looking forward to here, Fish?
I'm looking forward to what Rocket League's going to spell out with their bans here. Shout out to LC Kuro to say, can you guess what we're spelling? I can get the first half. That part's easy. I want to know what the second half's going to be. It's got to be Rocket League. So that's got to be a Rakan ban, I'm guessing, because they are picking
it's BSURL. So
yeah,
nice.
I'm curious
nice
though if they're going to run out of R's. Because you see the Xayah usually paired with the Rakan. We actually saw that in the NA World Championships. NA World Championships. That's not how it works. The NA Championships yesterday, we did see the Xayah Rakan played by a member of FlyQuest. So I don't know if they're going to get their R ban out. They actually might. I don't know how Overwatch didn't pick the Rakan. So I think they are going to get the BSURL bans out. So maybe a bit the first misplay by Overwatch, not realizing that Rocket League's being cheeky and spanning out BSURL.
Although you could, it's not just Boise State Rocket League. They, like we said, we call them Toxic League, so ban out a T character as well, and there you go. You can still pick up the pieces. Looks like the next pick here is going to be Vel'Koz being picked by the Rocket League team. And I see a bit of a look on you, Fish, in reaction to that.
Oh, Rengar. I forgot about Rengar. Sometimes these R champions just get me. So they're easily going to be able to ban away an L champion. Probably the Sandra would be my guess. I'm curious where the Vel'Koz is going to go. He's a powerhouse in the mid. He's also a powerhouse as a support. I'm guessing that's a new jungle. A very interesting team here from Rocket League, now being called Cheeky League there. Caitlyn Ban, of course, targeting the 80 carries here. It is curious to me. It looks like we're going to have a very poke-happy bot lane with the Lux and the Vel'Koz is what I would be guessing here. And the Xin Zhao Nunu jungle, that's also interesting. Two very fast and aggressive junglers. So this is going to be a really interesting game. There's the Lucian ban. That works as well. So there you go. The BSURL. And shout out to them for realizing they can be that creative.
See, this is what I love about these show matches is just kind of the fun that can be had. We're waiting for the final ban here to come through from the Overwatch team. I have to imagine what's going through the Overwatch team's minds right now. Jinx is going to be the final ban. But just maybe, I wonder if the Overwatch team right now, aside from our commentary, has just noticed the cheeky stuff that Rocket League has been doing right now.
Yeah, and I will say, you know, Rocket League did have it easier. Their bans went from left to right. Overwatch would have had to ban backwards to spell anything. So I would have loved to see Rocket League pull that off. We see the Ashe take in there, and the Wukong pick. He's really strong. He did get reworked, but I prefer him in the jungle. But I have not seen a Xin Zhao top in a while. And there's the carry over.
Oh, wait,
well,
it's
now I will say, I was going to say, as soon as I saw the name, I was like, oh, wait, it's Glovely playing.
Oh,
so,
wait, yeah, okay. Yeah. So this is more like a gift you get. Oh, he got us! He isn't going to be going with
I was going to say,
Garen
didn't fit. Garen did not fit in that comp unless he wanted to get something crazy going on, like a Wukong support or something. So I definitely do like Glovely flashing the Garen, but little disappointed that he didn't play it. Also, Baynock not playing it as well. So I'm very excited here to see what's going to happen. These are very interesting teams on both sides here. Guessing we're going to see Glovely in the top lane, potentially on Xin Zhao. I would not. I knew Glovely's also said he's a support main, so I am very curious to see what he's going to play.
I love that really the Twitch chat is more I'm sorry, Fish. I'm sorry, but I just...
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, more concerned that he didn't play Garen. I do have to see... Oh, Duck's keys to the game right now for the House Cup. Spell something out with your picks and bans. Check. If possible, steal Garen. An amazing fail on that one. Wukong support if possible. And make sure you stick to those color-specific builds. I like that, giving a bit of stylish in here. Brought to you by Boise State University. You can go to boisestate.edu to find out all the information, how you can combine minors, certificates, hands-on research, work opportunities, and more to make your educational experience unique. But I just gotta say, Fish, I think Glovely has now forfeited all of his rights to talk about Garen on the desk, because now every time he talks about how the team should pick Garen, we can always say to him, yes, but when you had the opportunity, did you do it? I don't think so.
Yeah, I am very shocked that Garen, 1, got through, and 2, Boise State he did not get it picked for his team. So I'm excited. You see there the Overwatch versus Rocket League House Cup in League of Legends. Oh, man, this is going to be a lot of fun. As you mentioned, talking about off-meta, this is off-meta. Now, Zaya and Rakan were played yesterday, like I mentioned, but they were on the same team. They're actually on opposite teams this time, and then everything else, you'll see it from time to time. I know Nunu Jungle's very strong, but I'm in for a lot of fun because I have to guess this is full AP Nunu Jungle. They are not going to build support items. They're not going to build anything tanky at all. They're going to see if they can one-shot someone with that absolute zero.
Yeah, they are going to see. I do have to say, Overwatch, now that I know that Glovely is playing for them, I do have to wonder if that's a little bit of an advantage for them, because Glovely not only being very well known for how to put together a good draft and just all the synergies and counters that are available in League of Legends, you know, he's like an encyclopedia on the game, really. But also, Glovely was on the winning team for Production. He was the one who helped Production beat Rocket League last time in League of Legends, so he's got a good record thus far.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how Glovely's going to pull this off. As you mentioned, the Overwatch team might have a bit of advantage. I saw Brenner Bear there as well, someone who I've talked to who, he's very well versed in several, mainly shooter games. So, he may have been preferring like Gem Mountain, a Paladins game, which is a little bit more shooter based. So, but he's very skilled in several different games, and Rainbow Six to be sure. So I'm definitely excited to see how he's going to play. This is a lot of fun to me. I'm going to be very curious to see how either of these games go.
Yep, all of those players are good, but none of them can challenge Makoa. That's all I have to say right now. But it will be interesting to see how you play. You also see Nerdy Bird on Lux. One of the people is saying she is going to carry on that character, so we'll see how she does with that pick as well. I do have to say, I did love your reaction when they chose Vel'Koz right now. That was probably the biggest look of concern or confusion I've ever seen on you, Fish.
I have not seen Vel'Koz in a while, the trigonometry champion that he is with his void things going every which direction. It's always hard to figure out, so definitely going to be interesting there. And I am kind of curious, I would think Nerdy Bird would want to get away from the support role. I know that's what she plays for our Overwatch team at a very high level and is very good at it. Surprised to see she was okay with what I would have to believe is a support Lux, because you would think she would want to... I want to carry this time, which Lux as a support can carry, but I'm very surprised that Nerdy Bird sticked on that more support role.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this game plays out. Will it be a tight back-and-forth game, or will it really just be more of a wave of victory, a wave so big you could surf on it while yelling Cowabunga? So we're just going to have to see how this match turns out in the end.
Yeah, we do see somebody saying Vel'Koz is super strong right now. He is interesting. I will say he does fall victim to the power creep in League of Legends, where a lot of new champions have dashes, have basically a built-in flash. Vel'Koz is very immobile, very stationary. He's got to hit these very long and intricate combos to get his passive up, to get that true damage running. So he does sometimes fall victim to... He's just a little bit too old for League of Legends gameplay, but I'm very, very excited to see how he's going to be played, especially in the mid lane role. I think Vel'Koz support is a little bit stronger. Mid lane Vel'Koz is going to be interesting, especially against the Azir, who, as I mentioned, can jump to his soldiers, has the ability to push him away as well. So I'm definitely curious to see how that mid matchup goes here, especially because it's not a role we're used to seeing Glovely in. As you talked about, he's a Garen main. I know he's told me off stream that he plays a lot of support while he's trying to climb as well. So definitely curious to see how Glovely does in a mid role that we're not very used to seeing him play in.
Yep, hopefully, I just want to see right now. I think we have talked enough about this. I do have to say one thing that's an interesting thing to ask once we see all the lineups being secured is, are there any particular dragons you see that could really benefit one team or the other in terms of the comps that they've chosen?
I mean, I'm going to go with my personal favorite. Me and my buddies always call Cloud Drake the Super Bowl because we love that 40% CDR. We will even sometimes jokingly lose the first two dragons just to make sure we secure a 4 Cloud Drake. So I'm partial to the Cloud Drake. I'm partial to the Super Bowl that me and my buddies always talk about. So I'm excited for that one.
30 seconds until
Okay, I was all thrown off here. I was looking at the side of the map, and I have no idea what's happening. I think this is actually a support Wukong, by the way. I know it was in Doc's keys to the game. I think that's a support Wukong, which is even more crazy at this point.
Well, they're making up for the fact that Garen was not stolen, let alone picked. So at least they're sticking to Doc's keys to the game for most of this. So you got to give them that. Most of his points of advice are being taken.
Well, actually, now the Wukong is top lane, so it just looks like maybe the bars are messed up. But
oh, okay.
It also
Flip what I said.
What also threw me off is if it is a Lux support, it's double heal in the bot lane for the side of the Overwatch team. It's heal on the Xayah, heal on the Lux. So that's not something you really see. You sometimes see a heal ignite, as you can see on the side of the Rocket League team. If we can get those graphics switched up at the top there, production, just so I can keep track of everything going on. But yeah, the double heal is very interesting to me, and that means it's a lot of kill potential lost on the side of the Overwatch team that we're going to have to watch out for.
You know, instead of double heal, I just say go no heal in all offense. You know what I mean? I mean, if their health's in the red, then my team won't be dead. That's what I always like to say. And we can see right here up in the top lane, you can see Thunderhorn and Baynok are going to be fighting it out right there. And do you see anything thus far in the item loadouts? It's a pretty standard Fish. I know this is something we usually ask Glovely, but is there anything that would really make you raise your eyebrows if they were to buy anything?
Couple of things, but first we're going to see Baynok with a huge stun. He's going to get the Q off as well, and the Ignite knockup going to go down onto Glovely in the bot lane. Mary the Eternal doing a great job harassing their dashes away. And I was going to point that out. Thunderhorn not running the Conqueror on Wukong. Conqueror is a very, very strong melee rune. It has always been, even with some nerfs. So that is a little bit shocking that he is running the Electrocute. I would think even Press the Attack is better than Electrocute for Wukong. So that would be my one point. I know I prefer Conqueror on Renekton, but I do like the Press the Attack. You can cheese it a little bit with your Empowered W. But yeah, that would be the one thing I noticed there, would be that lack of Conqueror means lack of sustain in the top lane for Thunderhorn, and he's already felt that with just 2 CS, couldn't even get an item after dying.
Yeah, that is already looking like something that could really snowball into something undesirable. You know, you weren't here for it, Fish, but sometimes the top lane can really sneak up on you. A few years ago, we had that infamous base race with Yorick, who just got almost so indestructible that he could just split push the top lane by himself and almost made the Broncos lose just by pushing into the Nexus all by himself. So I don't know if Vaynock could do something like that on this Renekton, but certainly with how the CS is turning out, he is definitely getting himself up to a great lead, putting some more damage onto Thunder, who just can't seem to get a break.
Yeah, Thunderhorn's going to have to be very careful. Renekton, definitely one of those champions, as we do see here. A gank from Brennerberg, going to jump in. A great slice and dice away. Will get knocked back. Here comes the greatest snowball ever. And Coronet's going to pick up a kill. Brennerberg now be left all alone. And a great counter gank there by Coronet. Reading that from Brennerberg. Getting a double kill now, unfortunately. Both those kills going onto that Nunu is not what you wanted. I think if Vaynock got 1 or 2 more kills, he would have been able to just hard carry in this game. So great job there with a double knockup in the bot lane by Mary. We'll see if we can get the comeback here. The Ignite goes out onto Glovely. We'll see if Ace Pocket get a slow. He'll get one. Heal's going to come out. The flash.
Whoa!
And I think Ace Pocket canceled his auto. He had started the animation and walked away. I think if he would have kept following, he would have got that kill. But a great job there by Glovely, able to flash away. Both heals were expended. Now we're going to see Glovely have to be very, very careful. Nerdy Bird being poked very low. Vaynock going to get ignited up in the top lane, though, but he has a 2-level advantage right now. Thunderhorn has not been able to buy an item. Coronet trying to get away with the fastest snowball ever. Now wants to turn there. Consume does be able to be cast on champions now. And right now, Lofty Coronet is winning that. The geometry just misses. He's going to flash away, followed up by the flash by Brenner Bear. But unfortunately, there is a member there. And right now, the Rocket League team has been doing a great job always, as we sometimes talk about in Overwatch, never take a fair fight. Well, Rocket League done a great job of that so far, and a great snipe there by Dark Moon Horizon on Captain Star, stopping that back.
You know, we're just a little bit over 5 minutes into the match, and already Rocket League has a 3K gold lead over Overwatch right now. You can see the labels are just out of order there, so flip them around. Rocket League is the one in the match right now. Although you can see Thunderhorn has been able to push up a little bit, able to even out that CS just a little bit, but here comes Renekton yet again to challenge. He's going to go right on to Thunderhorn, forcing him to retreat here. So top lane seems to be most lacking for Overwatch right now, although every lane is kind of lacking. Look at the CS for everything. Rocket League is absolutely leading in every single metric right now.
Yeah, I mean, I will say in the bot lane, as we see a flash, with the ultimate available for Vaynock, he's trying to find the stun. Thunderhorn, for some reason, went back in, eats the Ignite, and does go down. He should have just ran away, and right now, that is going to be an awful lane for him, as a place going to go over to the side of Vaynock to start. Vaynock is a mad skilled top laner. He is incredible, and it would not surprise me if he can carry this game. But I would say in the bot lane, it's a lot closer than it might think. Just a few CS here and there, and in the mid lane as well, just a 5 CS difference. So there is one assist on the side of Dark Moon Horizon. So for the Rocket League team, I definitely think that they are, as you mentioned, especially in the top and jungle ahead, but I want to see what this Nunu goes. It does look like he went Cinder Hulk, so he's not going to be this crazy late game carry. He's just a sort of annoying little tank. Dock up onto Glovely, going to come out here. Ace Pocket now trying to chase him down. Getting those consistent slows from Ash means Glovely is going to be stuck out. A heal used for the movement speed by Ace Pocket. That's 200 IQ, and I don't think a Smart play overall, but hey, do whatever you can to make sure that you can secure that kill. As Thunderhorn, I feel bad for the man. His clone is down. There comes the ult. The flash isn't going to save you there. He's being chased down under tower. One more swing of that surfboard, and Baynock is on a killing spree.
Now, to the 1,000 people watching right now in Twitch, this is not our league team, all right? This is a show match between two teams who don't normally play this game. So don't make any complete judgments over Boise State's league ability based on what you see here, because this is completely a for-fun match. Right now, Rocket League looks like the Rocket League team is going to be able to take the Infernal, start off to a really good start. 5 minutes ago, I was saying 5 minutes into this match, they have a 3K gold lead. Now, 8 minutes into this match, and they have already managed to turn that into a 6K gold lead, 6.5K gold lead, and an Infernal. There is no stopping them.
Yeah, and not to mention, Baynock got all 5 plates in the top lane here, taking down that turret at 8 minutes, which is really just incredible because every time you take down a plate, it does get extra armor. Captain Star dropping very low, ultimate committed by Dark Moon Horizon, and that true damage is so hard, dash or not. Baynock now maybe bites off more than he can chew. He is going to get a kill down in the bot lane. It is a tower dive onto Glovely. He is going to pick up one. He will go down. Is the turret going to get him another one? No, he's not, and with Nerdy Bird not quite being level 6, there is no final spark to finish off that one. But that is how you can lose these games. Ace Pocket is going to get caught out, rooted within tower distance, and taken down. A shutdown going over to Nerdy Bird there. So that is how you are going to lose these games if you're Rocket League, is by being just maybe a little bit too over-aggressive there, as we see Lofty Coronet with the biggest snowball ever. Going to charge it on to Nerdy Bird. Maybe has the absolute zero final spark, going to miss, as he did take a couple tower shots, but does seem like Rocket League may be getting a little bit more aggressive than they need to be right now. Just let Baynock do his thing in the top lane and don't take any dumb fights, and you will remain ahead.
We do see the name changed yet again to Ace Pocket Feed. I do have to say, that's a bit harsh. One elimination, and you're already labeled as feeding. Although, you know what, with solo queue experiences, that's not too far off the picture. You make one mistake, and you're the reason the team loses. So, I just gotta say, thank you to production for keeping the true experience in mind here, making this as realistic as possible. Captain Star is going to find himself in trouble here, as 3 members of Rocket League come into him. He's going to have to run back under tower and barely live to fight another day.
Yeah, good.
But look out for Dark.
Why? I don't know why Captain Star ran back in. Brenner Bear trying to make something out of nothing. The turret trying to help him out. Lots of Cornet gonna use that for the shield. Unfortunately, with 2 towers hitting you, it's not enough. And oh, by the way, Baynock 5-0-2 in 10 minutes.
Yep, that bounty is racking up on him, already up to 700 gold. We're 10 minutes, 15 seconds left. There goes the final spark, but another miss from Nerdy Bird. Unfortunately, you can see Pocket Please now. Production's having way too much fun here with these names, I just gotta say.
Yeah, Pocket Please, an overstayed huge knockup onto Nerdy Bird. No final spark. Ash Arrow not even going to be needed. Unfortunately, Mary the Eternal used that the knockup there just to get away. Glovely, though, going to try to do what he can. It looks like this time Ace Pocket realized, don't dive towers in League of Legends. I know they don't have towers in Rocket League. They're going to pick up 1 kill and feel very, very comfortable.
Feeling very, very comfortable indeed, as they have that Infernal Drake and that damage boost that comes along with it. And there goes Glovely as well. Ace Pocket is going to... You can't say he's feeding now, because now he's 4-1-0. Definitely a nice way to start things off. You can also see here, do you see anything on Vision that's catching your eye, Fish? I would imagine that Rocket League has to be dominating pretty much in that. You can see they also picked up Shelly as well, as going to be able to use her to pick up 1 tower, it looks like. Another tower getting some swings on that. Is she going to be able to get it in there? Some swings almost there. There you go. Now picking up the other tower. So an Infernal, a Rift Herald. Rocket League has got to be feeling so good right now.
Yeah, as you can see down in the bot side there, Captain Star forced to ult, but Dark Moon Horizon going to use his own. Pick up that one. Rocket League has been doing an excellent job. And Yeah, Dark Moon Horizon is Cosmo Buster. He is one of the Rocket League players here. Of course, as I mentioned, sometimes they don't always use the same names. They are very creative, or they're like Baynock, who needs to change names when you can dominate just as hard no matter what game you play at 5-0-2. But yeah, I think the vision definitely all Rocket League right now. You can see it. Looks like Thunderhorn. He is going to unfortunately be caught out there. Biggest snowball ever. Will hit the clone. Stun, though, going to land combined with the Tiamat, and that is a press the attack kill, even though he flashed in League of Legends. If the auto attack has gone off, the flash does not matter. You will die anyway. Boise's now Overwatch, they've got to find something, because right now Baynock at 6-0-2, he's going to be fully content tower diving this Azir. He is 3 levels higher. He is easily going to survive that. He's going to rush right back in as well. The Demolish is going to absolutely run shop on these towers, and Overwatch has to be careful to not lose this game in 20 minutes or less. Right now, they do have a 3-man bot lane as they run out of minions in the top side there. Unfortunately, Rocket League just sort of walked away from them. Glovely, maybe miscommunication there. The Zinzao didn't follow. Nerdybird going to get caught out. There we see the double knockup. Heal going to be used there. We're going to see the stun land on the Glovely. Ace Pocket trying to do what he can. Final Spark, he's going to miss. Here comes Dark Moon Horizon. Ace Pocket going to unfortunately go down. See if they can get a follow-up there, as right now the top turret has gone down. Azir, though, going to make his own little turret just to help out Absolute Zero. Going to take down Wukong. Dark Moon Horizon in a spectacular spot. He's going to pick up Brenner Bear. The ult, not as spectacular, but Bear the Eternal going to help out with that one, and it is going to be a 2-for-1. And I have to say, yeah, I agree, production. Pocket feeds right now, definitely the name of the game. 2 deaths. Come on, what are you doing? That is half your team's deaths right now.
Now, I do have to say, we do have someone in the Twitch chat asking how they can join, if they could play with the BSU team. If you want information on how to be involved with Boise State Esports, you can go to boisestate.edu/esports, and that gives you information not only as how you try out, as every new year in the fall semester, we have tryouts coming through for all our teams, but you can also find out information about production, about schedules coming through, all that good stuff. So once again, that's boisestate.edu/esports for more information. And right now, Rocket League is going to just continue where they left off, picking up the Ocean Drake as well, pushing themselves to 23 kills right now. Brenner Bear is coming in right in, along with the counterattack here from Overwatch. They're going to try to do that, but look at Glovely's health just melt away. There is no stopping this Crocodile right now, as he is going to pick up a triple kill. I don't know if there's any way you can stop him now, Fish. I mean, he was at half health. 4 members came in trying to get him, and he just... He slashed through all of them.
Yeah, when you are 12-0-2 at 15 minutes, that's going to happen. He, oh, by the way, had a GA as well, so even if they killed him, it wouldn't have mattered. He would have come back to life. Yeah, he is going to be a thorn in the side, flashing that mastery as well, letting everybody know he's played this champion a few times. He's going to pick up 1 kill. We'll see if he can pick up another. Flashes out, even with the GA alive. Barry the Eternal might have overcommitted to save the Crocodile. Will go down. Biggest snowball ever going to be used there. Knockup comes out. The Absolute Zero gets the slow. Gonna pick up 2 eliminations as well. Glovely doing everything he can. Will get helped out by the turret. Dark Moon Horizon of Cosmo Buster gonna pick up a kill of his own. The turret, though, a little uncooperative, but right now it is just Nerdybird left alive, and Rocket League has been all over this game. A little bit disappointed there. They definitely could have, Baynock could have stayed and helped pick up a kill there, but, you know, I understand. You don't want to die here, so he's going to selfishly back and make sure he keeps his perfect mark intact.
I can say the advice of not wanting to die is really a good piece of advice, since for the Overwatch team it has been nothing but die for the entire, and they're just having to try to huddle around their own nexus here, clear out these minions. See, Dark Moon Horizon and Ace Pocket are pushing up this bot lane. Glovely's going to come under tower to try to poke out some damage. They're going to go back just a little, wait for a more opportune time, as all 5 members are saying, I'm sorry, we're closed, please come back later. Doors shut. Doors locked, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think the entire Overwatch team has to be scared of this Crocodile charging down the mid lane. He has 3 items at 16 minutes, which is honestly unheard of. He actually has more finished items than the entire Overwatch team combined. So I would not be shocked if Baynock could 1v5 if he really wanted to. We are going to see Dark Moon Horizon get jumped on there by Brenner Bear. These final sparks have not been connecting for Nerdybird. Dark Moon Horizon wants to turn it around. His team is just sitting there, though. Maybe they want to let him die. He is doing a ton of damage, going to get a double kill. They are going to have to retreat, and even with 2 of the members sitting there AFK dancing in the mid, Rocket League is finding ways to get eliminations.
And you know, with Overwatch just chilling in their own base, you can see right now up near the Baron Pit, Bannock is hanging out up there. Rocket League can rest with the thought, and you can see Snowball's going to come right in and catch Nerdy Bird, who's really low on health. She is going to try to go back towards the turrets, slowed down there as well. No one falling quite yet on Overwatch's side. And actually, the blue inhibitor is going to go down. Still no eliminations for Overwatch. And now Brenner Bear is finally going to be eliminated by Ace Pocket. But Shutdown is going to head onto Lofted Coronet right there. I think that's LC Kuro based on that name. So not bad for the Overwatch team. They're staying alive. But what I was going to say earlier, here comes Baynock. He's just going to slice through every single one. Look at that right there. He doesn't need to be afraid of anything. He's going to take down that turret. I'm sure the Nexus isn't that far behind. And Overwatch, in a humiliating fashion, is absolutely steamrolled by Rocket League. There is no stopping them. The Nexus falls. GG's come out. Rocket League, hey, they got League in the title, so one league, another league, they're good at both of them.
Now, they even pulled off the very, very rare dancing Rift Herald. Rift Herald will dance if the game ends when she's alive. The only problem is you have to finish the game with under 20 minutes left. So, great job there by the Rocket League team. They are very, very formidable. Maybe they've earned themselves a rematch against the full production squad. We'll see if I'm willing to accept their challenge.
Although no, here's what really needs to happen. Rocket League now needs to play Overwatch, okay? Rocket League now needs to play Overwatch just to see how good they are at that. Because if we're going to be talking down, against League of Legends, because again, if we're talking down each player, each team right now, the Overwatch, let's just see how good Rocket League it would be at Overwatch now for them to get true bragging rights. But we do, in fact, have some top plays of the game to get to, and certainly, do we? We will find out. I have to say, those were. I wouldn't say they'd be the top plays of the game. I think they would just be the Rocket League plays of the game, based on what we saw.
They'd probably be the Baynock plays of the game, honestly, from what we saw.
Yeah,
I
really.
mean, he was spectacular. Every member did a fantastic job. And, hey, it's always fun to have these fun little House Cup matches. As you mentioned there, I'd love to see League of Legends and Rocket League play in Overwatch. That would be a ton of fun as well. And like I said, maybe Rocket League's earned themselves a rematch against Production. But after how they lost last time, I'm not sure they want to go through that.
But hey,
again,
I also just want to say, I want to say on the record here too, okay? We need to have some sort of show match in Hearthstone too, okay? I want to see all the other teams play Hearthstone, if we can. Okay.
All right, I'm going to jump in. Yes, you can hear me now, loud and clear. Okay, so here is the way that the House Cup works. We have 3 varsity gaming squads, obviously Overwatch, Rocket League, and League of Legends. Now, we do also have Hearthstone, but that's not a big team. We couldn't field any of the other games in Hearthstone.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rocket League has to play Overwatch in League of Legends. Rocket League has to play League of Legends in Overwatch. Overwatch has to play League of Legends in Rocket League. They have to play the game that they're not part of. Now, Production, the golden children of this entire arrangement, gets to choose the game that they take on the other one in. So they're looking for those opportunities right now. Production 1-0, Rocket League 1-1. So over the next 2 weeks, as we wrap up the season, we're going to have these other matches, and trying to decide who's got that House Cup.
Well, I will say here, Doc, as just a suggestion, if Fish is going to play on behalf of Production, that means I could probably play on behalf. I certainly wouldn't mind scrimming one of the other teams in Hearthstone because I can share all the decks with them, so they wouldn't have to worry about that. So that would be something. It's been a while since I've played it competitively, so that's something to keep in mind.
Absolutely. Okay. and Captain Sir is asking, can he play for Production? I think, technically, he can.
I'm definitely also down, as we see there from LC Carl, the TFT scrim. I'd be down to throw TFT in the mix. And Baynock, come on, you've got to earn the rematch against Production, because we all know how that last match finished. I don't want to crush you guys again. So if you can beat League of Legends, Baynock, then we'll let you come and talk to us. If you can beat the League of Legends team, we'll let you come talk. So I'm excited.
No matter.
I mean, you're jungler through.
All
Hey,
that we've
it's all about confirming the Baron kill Baynock. That's all I gotta say. Sorry, Jim Mountain. I gotta flex a little bit after.
I gotta say, I'm sorry, Fish, but what I have to say is everything we've seen. I would say in the entire history of esports broadcast does not come in the entire history of esports broadcasting for Boise State. We have not seen as much BM as we have just seen in that last 10 seconds. Okay, when
Absolutely.
we get production versus the teams, that's when it really comes out. That's when the salt really starts flowing.
Hey, we have a special announcement for you about to come across the ticker here.
Oh, really?
A special
Ready.
milestone. Here it comes.
Corporate esports league
No.
in which? Oh, okay.
It'll come across your headline here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look
okay,
at
so
that.
the headline: 1 million views.
1 million views
Oh,
tonight, everybody.
Nice.
Pretty
Congrats, everybody. That's so great. I wish I had a cowbell right now. I really wish I had one.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, let's put them in the chat, and thank you to everybody, of course, and thank you to Twitch specifically for making all of this possible for us tonight. Pretty darn cool. Hey, I'll ask you, we got a little bit of time left here. There is an unofficial rematch happening right now.
Never pick a fight you can't win.
They decided they were going to
Oh.
do this again. Are you up for it?
I guess I am if you're up for it, Fish.
Well, if
Yeah,
Rocket League has to say anything about it, it won't take long.
Wow. Wow.
Oh! Ouch!
That was.
Oh,
Okay.
I felt that myself.
So let me give you a little bit on the Overwatch side, and they're staying to their side.
Okay,
here.
yeah.
Captain Star.
let me hear the
David
excuses.
Vogel. No, Captain Star David Vogel, senior, just about to graduate, Overwatch player. Glovely filling in for the missing Overwatch player from production. He does play a fair amount of Overwatch as well, so that's not terrible. Brenner Bear is Brenner Ladd, who is one of our newer players. He's actually a MOBA main, coming to us for Heroes of the Storm, which is a game that we could not field this year because we did not have enough players able to play. Thunderhorn, Tyler Dambitis is a Overwatch player, support, tank, and Nerdy Bird, of course. Madison Bench,
Yep.
senior, she graduates just like Captain Star in just a little bit. On the other side,
Hey, I
Rocket
think
League, yeah.
I think you're forgetting someone who graduates in just a little bit here,
Well,
Doug.
I am, but you're not playing, and I'm not introducing you. But you are also.
Oh,
graduating.
okay. Thank
Yes,
you. Thank
of course. Mary, the Ethereal, is actually an incoming Rocket League player. She's local here, and she plays both these games very well. So we'll probably try to get her. Lofted Cornet, of course, is Matt Ness. Everybody knows him as LC Coro. And that's where LC comes from. Lofted Cornet was too long of a name, so we asked him to change it for Rocket League. LC Coro works a little bit better. Dark Moon Horizon, of course, is Cosmo Buster. Baynock. Ace Pocket is please pocket me, whatever we want to call him. He was feeding pretty hard last game. So this will be interesting. These folks do not have big champion pools on the Overwatch side, so they're fairly bannable. I love the first ban Garen. Are they spelling anything this time? Do you guys know?
They're spelling Garen. by the way. They're spelling Garen.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are not going to let Glovely live that down for not picking him when he had the chance.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, they're gonna 100% spell out Garen. It took me a little bit, but somebody in chat pointed it out after the GAR. Yep, there's Garen. They've spelled Garen. They've banned Garen. They're going to rub it in the face of Glovely.
You know, I just gotta say, I didn't know the Rocket League team had this much built-up BM in them, because, my goodness, they are just letting it fly tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are definitely letting everybody know that just because we can't see the chat besides what a save, what a save, what a save, your chat has been restricted for 4 seconds, they are still very, very chippy, let's say. Chippy's the right way to put it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting more giggly as this broadcast is going on. So, especially with what we're seeing right now. Okay, we can see the final pick is going to be Ziggs. I also got to point out the Bard pick on the side of Rocket League. Now, Bard is a support that we have certainly seen a lot of great performance on. You know, Dean, who has been one of the players on our league team, can absolutely just go crazy on that pick. So I'm very interested to see not only how the Bard is used, but also how Magical Journey, which is probably one of my favorite abilities to watch, is used. You can just do so many creative plays with that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens if Overwatch... I don't know what their strategy. What's Overwatch's strategy, Fish?
You know, honestly, don't let Baynock just go bananas in whatever lane has to be their strategy, because he was, I think, 13-0-8 last game. I know Cosmo Buster, Dark Boot Horizon also did not have a death either. But yeah, if you can stop Baynock, I think that's how Overwatch can win this game. So I didn't quite see what Baynock picked, but that's your strategy right there.
Alrighty then, we are just going to wait for the match to start right now. Again, thank you everyone for the 100 million views right now on Twitch. Such a big milestone. Of course, as we're looking at these shots right now, I wish we could be celebrating it in that gorgeous arena, but we will be back soon enough to there when everything is all safe and sound. Right now, though, it's great to have everyone joining us in Twitch chat. We currently have over 3.5 thousand viewers right now joining us in Twitch chat. Thank you very much for joining in on this certainly interesting match, I gotta say. And I will say before this next match, just as another disclaimer for anyone who has just tuned in, what you are seeing is a show match between two teams who don't normally play this game. This is completely for fun and not a representation of Boise State's League of Legends ability, because their actual league team, my goodness, I wouldn't want to go up against them in any circumstance whatsoever. So we're just here to have some fun, have some laughs, and hopefully see a slightly more interesting game right now than what we saw last time, because Rocket League Fish, I don't know what I can say about them.
Well, Rocket League's insane. Baynock is insane. Really, that whole team is insane. I did see that in the chat. Hopefully one of the members of the Rocket League team isn't here, because let's just say he got called out in chat and his name starts with a T. But it was his own teammate saying it, not myself. So that's all I want to point out for him if he is watching. But yeah, you know what? I see Captain Stark guaranteeing a 15-3 and 25 score line. We'll see if that's going to work. And I'm also excited because Baynock promised he was playing top lane Bard. So we'll see if he is going to roll with that. You put on Hail of Blades, you go full on hit, and you collect all of your chimes, and you are going to absolutely pop off. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. They maybe went a little bit more trolly, but they are still, I think, a little bit ahead of the Overwatch team. So they're going to pop off maybe on some interesting champions.
See Thunderhorn also saying, I'm going to die, calling it right now. Not with that attitude, you're not. Have some faith, okay? We got to have some faith for the Overwatch team right now. We have got to make sure that they get a kill. Okay, let's start right there and then work our way forward in this thing. Positive attitude, positive mindset. They gotta have faith.
Oh, they'll 100% get a kill because Ace Pocket's on the field.
Ooh, wow. Doc making up for... Ooh, Doc making up for the shade that I was throwing at the Rocket League team and some of the shade we gave the Overwatch team. But yeah, there you can see the arenas. I'd be curious to see. Maybe that's why they played 2 games. This time the Overwatch team can bring out all their gamer chairs, pretend they're the ones sitting up on the main stage after Rocket League got the first bout with it. But I'm definitely excited, as you can see there in the banner as well. Big shout out to everybody hitting 1 million views on the Boise State Esports channel. But yeah, you know, even with Ace Pocket on the team, as Doc says, I gotta say, Rocket League, I'm feeling very confident in their ability. And it would not surprise me if Baynock once again pops off even on that top lane Bard. He is a monster.
Now, I do have to say, with what we're seeing, the arcade machine here with Galaga being played, that's a match, someone needs to challenge you in Galaga Fish, okay? We got to have that matchup sometime, because as much as you've been talking about wanting to play that arcade machine, but being stuck casting, we've got to see you, we got to see you walk the walk, not just talk the talk about how good you'd be at these arcade games, but seriously show us your skills.
I actually used to play Galaga on the old PlayStation 2, as we do have a poll up. A little bit of a BM poll in Twitch chat asking if Overwatch is going to last 18 minutes in this game. I'm going to predict that Shelly or Harold Ina, the name of the second Rift Herald if you want to be technical, I am going to say she'll be alive when the game ends, which someone in Twitch chat did point out. She can live up to 22 minutes if you capture her right at the last second and then use her right as it does expire. So I think Harold Ina will be alive, and I'll be curious to see. Let me pull up the results of this poll here. No doubt. A lot of confidence in Overwatch. They're going to at least make it 18 minutes. So, shout-outs in chat having a little bit more faith than maybe you and I were having.
Well, we'll see if that faith can carry them through. Minions are going to spawn in a little bit right now, as I might just still stick with my pessimistic attitude, maybe. Just as I cheered them, I don't know, these few seconds right here at the beginning might be the only moments of peace that Overwatch has.
Yeah, I am going to say once again, looks like the double heal coming out from the Overwatch bot lane of Glovely and Nerdy Bird. Just curious to see how that one is going to go. The top lane, Volibear, big fan of that. Come on, this is just unfair. You have the rank 6, rank 6 or rank 7 mastery spam coming out on the side of Rocket League. So I will say, it does seem like Rocket League potentially a bit more seasoned in this game than Overwatch, and it is the Ziggs Vygar bot lane production. I can see you editing it there. It is the Ziggs and the Vygar together, not the Pantheon mid, so hopefully we'll have that all figured out. But yeah, that Ziggs Vygar bot lane, by the way, very oppressive. It does a lot more damage than you would expect.
Alrighty, my eyes are going to be on Ace Pocket though, just to see, because if he gets eliminated just once, you know that there's going to be heaps of abuse pushed toward him for feeding.
Yeah, so we're going to see the Ziggs bomb come out, knock Nerdy Bird back. Baynock, disappointed he didn't go with the Hail of Blades. Arcane Comet is absolutely useless on that top lane part. You've got to play at attack speed if we're going to get a little bit, flame happy towards the Rocket League team. Baynock with a huge misplay there, not only on the summoners, not going Ignite for the extra kill potential, but also going with the incorrect masteries. We'll see if that cost him as he magical journeys. Here comes Barry the Eternal up for the Kindred gank. Volibear still does have the passive. Thunderhorn gonna flash away. Ignite did not land. Barry the Eternal wants the kill, but that Volibear passive way too strong. Gonna keep him alive and healthy.
Well, no eliminations thus far for Overwatch, so baby steps, just don't get killed, and that's the first step, the first winning strategy. Captain Star is going to take a little bit of damage there. You can see Nerdy Bird and Glovely in the bottom lane just hanging out, still not necessarily pushing up that far. You can see the CS just starting to formulate, and I gotta say, a lot more even thus far than what we saw last round, Fish. It is turning into more even, as Thunderhorn might be trying to make something happen here. Ignite is going to come down. Baynock going down in health, but not going to be eliminated. But good for Thunderhorn, sticking up for himself a little bit more.
Yeah, Captain Star did use the Ignite in the mid lane there. I will be curious to see what he was going for there. Zed doesn't have a lot of pick potential until later. Now we're going to see Baynock free to poke a bit more with the Volibear passive down. The Electrocute also an interesting summoner choice. Glovely going to get knocked into the stun with the bomb there. Heal forced to be used by himself. Nerdy Bird's already on cooldown, so a very rough time for that Boise State bot lane, as we talked about. I will say, though, neither member has a great magical journey for Baynock. Going to come over the wall. Thunderhorn going to get stunned, and that first blood going to go over to Baynock. Still incredible. Mary the Eternal, though, going to get caught out by Brennerbear, forced to flash away. Zinzao already using the charge, though, means he will not have a follow-up. The bot lane now going to put some damage onto Nerdy Bird. A huge double stun, but unfortunately the target acquisition a bit split as Ace Pocket went on to the Lovely, and Nerdy Bird being targeted down by a Lofted Coronet. So very interesting here by the Rocket League bot lane. Also, neither player bringing the support item Gonna help their gold as Brenner Bear wants the counter gank here. Gonna jump in onto Ace Pocket. Gets the knockup as he flashes away, but a huge stun by Lofted Coronet into the bomb. Able to get the members knocked away there. Shield coming out from Dark Moon Horizon. Forces the flash out of Captain Star. Ignite gonna come out the Q and the flash just to make sure it kills. And a great job there by the Rocket League team. The two members that popped off last time starting out strong, each picking up a kill.
Rocket League starting off yet again with a sprint in their step, already getting a 1K gold lead, and we're not even 5 minutes into this. I just gotta say, you know, all this violence, all this BM, all this salt flow, you know, I just want to play Animal Crossing right now. I mean, I just want to go to my happy place right now because I'm witnessing something horrific playing out 2 times now, twice in a row, it looks like.
Yeah, well, hey, it's a bit of a better start here for the Overwatch team. They're only down 1,000 gold here at 5 minutes, and Baynock doesn't already have 5 plates, so that is a positive here. If you look at the CS, you can see, once again, Captain Star doing a very good job in the mid lane there, keeping up with Dark Moon Horizon, that Cosmo Buster of the Rocket League team. A very, very good mid laner from what I've seen in the past, and really a good job by Glovely. He's winning that CS battle, as I talked about. The Rocket League team splitting CS. Definitely going to hurt them in the long run with neither player bringing the support item. Maybe that's where, you know, some of this inexperience comes through. The support item actually really huge to play guys like Vigar or Ziggs in the bot lane, and not bringing it on either one is going to hurt your late game goal potential. So there is an opportunity for the Overwatch team here, but as the poll I mentioned, they've got to last longer than 18 minutes to have any sort of help.
I do have to hand it to Captain Star, pulling out a teensy bit of a lead in CS in the mid lane right now, so being a little bit more competitive in there as Dark Moon Horizon is going to try elimination. He is not going to find it quite yet. Captain Star holding on, just going back and forth, being annoying as he can be, and not going to oh my goodness, there it is! There is no stopping Cosmo Buster. He was going to find that no matter what.
Yeah, the rework Pantheon ult there. Baynock going to grab the healing, trying to find something on the Thunderhorn. He will get stunned as that Bard Q does stun next to the wall. There, the Eternal is up there, going to try and chase him down. But I do believe, once again, the Thunderhorn has the passive. He is going to be hit there. He's going to be put in stasis. Mary the Eternal tanking the turret. Not great tower aggro on the side of Rocket League. Finally switches over to Baynock. He will barely survive. Maybe trying to bait Thunderhorn into him as you see Mary the Eternal actually steals the Blast Cone away. Now Bard does have the Magical Journey. And now Dark Moon Horizon just going to punish Brenner Bear at level 4. One more spear would kill him. Unfortunately, doesn't have the cooldown, so he'll jump instead onto Captain Star. Did put the Ignite out once again. Dark Moon Horizon actually going to, unfortunately, leave 2 members very low. And under tower, hey, Thunderhorn under tower playing it very well, staying alive. Only 1 death this time, doing a much better job.
Yeah, doing a much better job, at least not giving as much momentum over to Baynock, who, as we saw him on the Renekton last round, was absolutely unstoppable. It looks like he's going to pick up a bit of turret plating off here, get himself some gold. Always nice, adding to that lead, which is now up to 2K for the Rocket League team. So maybe not quite the avalanche we saw before, but still a steady lead building out. Although I just have to point out on the CS, look at the bot lane right now with Glovely completely dwarfing Ace Pocket in the CS game right now. And as we're looking at that board, Fish, do you see anything in builds and items that's catching your eye?
Well, I do want to point out there, Jim Mountain, that the bot lane for Rocket League is splitting it. So if you added their totals together, they do have more, but as you mentioned, he is dwarfing both members individually, and that is sort of where the downside of not having a solo carry comes from. But as you take a look at the builds here, everything does look pretty standard. I once again have to say, as Baynock trying to chase down Captain Star there is going to get Deathmark to get the kill, but I do believe he is going to die himself. Yes, he will. I have to say, Baynock's build, I don't really know what he's going for. On-hit Bard is the way to go, and right now he's going full AP, so he is definitely not helping himself in terms of damage with that build. But other than that, everything else looking very standard. The regular items not being completed yet here. Very curious to see what Mary the Eternal wants to go on that Kindred. But everything else starting to look as standard as possible as you can for these 2 comps.
Oh, and Thunderhorn's going to be picking up some turret plating as well, but look out for Dark is going to come right up here, show him a thing or two. He runs into the bushes, just trying to save himself. Health continuing to go low, going back to that turret for his dear life. And he is going to take some turret fire, still trying to find that elimination. In comes Brenner Bear with the gank and might actually be able to turn it around. Thunderhorn comes back in. And oh my goodness, Fish. Oh my goodness, Dark Moon Horizon is going to be able to get the killing spree, and Brenner Bear is going to be taken down, but not before he gets a shutdown.
Yeah, very unfortunate that Thunderhorn was able to actually flip Dark Moon Horizon into the Bard ult, meaning they were all put in stasis. If they had just been the two members of the Overwatch team there, or Tower Botch as we are now calling them, I think that would have been an easy double kill, but unfortunately a great job there by Thunderhorn flipping him in. He actually had the Ignite as well, might have been able to pick up that kill. Satchel Charge going to come out, not use the Mega Explosive as well. Looks like we might have a Tower Dive. Marry the Eternal waiting there. Is level 6, so does have that the ultimate on Kindred that allows them to keep everyone in it alive, enemies and friendlies there. Surprise Lofted Coronet did not just throw the Primordial Burst right in Glovely's face and see if they can get an elimination. Marry the Eternal looks like they are going to just walk away. Bannock putting a bit of chip damage in. Does have the Dark Seal as well. Brenner Bear only level 5, but that is 2 casters on the side of Bannock League. Ace Pocket forced to flash away. Meanwhile, Marry the Eternal going to jump down onto Brenner Bear. The advantage there. Huge ult by Glovely, but it's not enough. The ult's going to just come out in time to save Marry the Eternal. Glovely's going to walk out into a stun. Nerdy Bird going to get stunned as well, but with no mana, unable to do anything to save her jungler or AD carry. So, Bannock League doing a fantastic job in the bot lane. Thunderhorn going to put Bannock into tower aggro, but unfortunately hasn't attacked him yet. Will get the stun. Pops the Lightning Claws as well. Will be very sad to see that reworked in the coming future. Trying to chase him down. Ignite comes out. The stun, though, Bannock doing a very good job kiting. Not sure he's going to be able to get back in range. Pops the Ghost here. Might have to pop the Flash, but it is on cooldown. Gets the slow, and the Q is going to land. So Bannock doing an excellent job on that top lane Bard, as he promised, picking up a couple of eliminations.
Now, I do have to say, what really is going to be telling here is if Overwatch can reach that 18-minute mark. That was the Twitch poll that we put out, and they are already over halfway there. There hasn't even been a Rift Herald or a Dragon picked up by Rocket League, so maybe the victory isn't necessarily that Overwatch wins, but just that they're able to make it past that 18-minute mark.
Yeah, I think definitely the Boise State Overwatch team is going to be able to do that. We're already at the 12-minute mark. No turrets have gone down. A Dragon hasn't even come out either. The Rocket League team, very gank happy, are going to see the stun on the Lofted Coronet. Unfortunately, a huge stun and the Mega Explosive going to land the kill there. Ace Pocket doing a very great job there, securing that kill. And it's just the little things. Rocket League definitely ahead, but Overwatch playing this game a lot better than the last one. Thunderhorn a couple levels down. Gonna have to be very smart how he dives. Bannock there. Blast cone for Brenner Bear, unfortunately not going to land. Marry the Eternal might get caught stealing the blue buff, though. Does not have the ultimate if she gets caught, and she is going to go down. The smite not quite enough to save her. Brenner Bear did have to flash, though. We see Glovely caught there. Satchel Charge going to pick up that kill. Primordial Burst helping out as well. And now things starting to snowball for the side of the Rocket League team as we near this 12-minute mark.
7 minutes left for Rocket League to win this and prove Twitch chat wrong by putting this game to less than 18 minutes. Do you think it's doable, Fish? Do you think it's doable for Rocket League to win this match in 7 minutes?
No, it's not possible at all unless Overwatch were to surrender. Nobody has nobody has their tier 1 tower down. Nobody's gone for Rift Herald. Maybe Marry Eternal heading there right now, though, as Captain starts taking a bit of poke damage. Going to put his shadow behind him, maybe to bait out Dark Moon Horizon. Barely survived as Nerdweaver taking a ton of damage in the bot lane there. This time Captain Star very aware of Dark Moon Horizon's ult as turret plating about to fall. But no, I don't think, to answer your question, Jim Mountain, it's possible at all unless the Overwatch team surrenders, which I'm going to guess they will not give that satisfaction. As Thunderhorn going to take a lot of damage. Passive will proc. Glovely trying to go back in. Lands the ult, the double root. Satchel Charge going to knock him away. Will pick up Ace Pocket, a stack of Dark Harvest. But I do think even with Brenner Bear in that bush, not much is going to happen of it. Heal going to come out from Nerdy Bird there just to get those health bars higher for Glovely.
Baynock is going to take a little bit of tower damage right there. He's not too concerned here. Thunderhorn is going to try to, prove himself just a little bit more. See, he is going to bring Baynock down to almost half health. He is chasing after Baynock right now. Oh, but instead he's going to get stopped right there. He's almost taken out, and unfortunately that backfires yet again. And the spam coming out from Baynock. Just stop it. Go to your room. You're grounded. What is it with the Rocket League team and needing to be grounded every single game? I'm telling you, they're a problem. They're toxic. They have always been way too cheeky for their own good. This Rocket League team really does need to be grounded. Chizu was onto something when he first said that, because he has called their behavior through all the years, all the semesters. This just needs to stop.
Well, it's not going to stop anytime soon, as they're going to pick up a double kill. Baynock is starting to kite Captain Star around. Magical Journey does come out. He is going to follow right into a double stun, unfortunately, as Cosmo Buster, known as Dark Moon Horizon on Summoner's Rift, is going to pick up that one. And as I mentioned, it was a great first 8 minutes from the Overwatch team, doing a really, really good job, but now things have started to snowball, unfortunately. And hey, I mean, you've seen the mastery spam, as you mentioned. Brandenburg going to get caught out at his Krugs, Ignite going to come out. That is a killing spree for Dark Moon Horizon. And I have to say, just looking at what I can tell, Overwatch potentially biting off more than they can chew. But hey, just like other House Cups, sometimes your team specializes in one thing. Would not surprise me if the Overwatch team come out and just pops off against the League team in Rocket League. I'm hoping that's a game we're going to see at some point. But yeah, definitely the Rocket League team showing that they are a force to be reckoned with on the fields of justice when it comes to playing the Overwatch squad.
Well, let's see what happens if Overwatch can, let's just see if they can get a few more eliminations, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to give the Rocket League team the satisfaction of having the victory. It's a victory for Overwatch in my heart, for them lasting more than 18 minutes, for improving. And that's the main thing in all of these games, improving. Take it a step at a time. Fortunately, Captain Star, looking like he is going to flash away right there, save himself. But just improving, Fish, and that's really, that's the true victory at the end of the day.
Well, I do think they had 4 kills last time, so they haven't improved in kills yet, but they definitely, as you mentioned, are going to be able to survive. The only thing I would point out as a personal point of pride among my buddies and myself is that you never want to let an enemy have 0 deaths. We will refuse to surrender in that case. So right now, you blow everything you have on killing Lofted Coronet and Ace Pocket, because you want to make sure those zeros are not in the death column. So that is what I would be telling them if I'm Glovely, if he is assuming the coach role here. Make sure there's at least a 1 next to everybody's name, because that's the real sense of pride, is knowing nobody got a perfection on you.
Well, and I will say another sense of pride that can specifically go to you, Fish. As much as the Overwatch team is struggling, there was a team that did manage to beat Rocket League at League of Legends, and I wonder who was on that team.
Oh, I had some great players. We'll get to that in a second, though, as Captain Star is going to get caught out. Mary the Eternal is going to come chasing down there. Flash is going to come out as well. Dirty Bird lands the stun, but caught out of position. Will go down. Satchel Charge has come out, so there isn't really a way to get to Captain Star, as he barely is able to survive. Magical Journey comes out from Baynock, able to bounce that Q off of Glovely. As I said, and he will pay for that, and he will go down. Mary the Eternal doing a great job
8,
seizing
7,
that tower.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You did it! You did it! You improved! You lasted 18 minutes! That's great. They won. Overwatch wins. End of story. Thank you. Good night.
Well, I don't know about that one, but I guess you can say it's a nice moral victory if you believe in those. The bomb is going to come out. Darkmoon Horizon going to jump in on the back line there. Ult has to come out from Mary the Eternal. Thunderhorn going to be kept alive. The heal comes out from everybody. Their passive is procced on the Volley Bear. Looks like the Pantheon was able to get out alive. Probably had a flash right back over the wall. So, hey, a big shout out there to Overwatch as well. Just able to survive that little tower dive, make it out alive with all of their health. So, good job there. Didn't even get the Kindred ult.
Well, with some improvement, I think the sky's the limit for the Overwatch team right now. Let's see what they can do. That's really all I have to say. It's interesting that no dragons have been taken thus far. We're 20 minutes in, and Rocket League hasn't even wanted to take a dragon, even though it would be free for them to take it.
Well, I'm not even sure if they want to take it. Dragon is a 4-man ultimate lands from Baynock. Unfortunately, his team is there. Maybe that's their other handicap, is they're letting all the dragons survive. Darkmoon Horizon going to jump in there. He's going to pick up the first kill. Going to use that shield to block all the incoming damage. Brenneberg going to get ignited takedown as well. Double kill now. Thunderhorn going to get that elimination. Baynock doing what he can. Should have built on hit, my man. You would be doing way more damage. He is going to land the Q. Needs one more attack. He is able to get it. And they are going to pick up 4 eliminations, excuse me. House Cup banner getting in the way of that top frame there. But yeah, Boise State's Rocket League, now things starting to snowball out of control. The Magi's on Baynock, nearly stacked, 16 stacks right now, and I'm guessing they're just choosing who needs objectives when you can pick up a bunch of kills.
You know what? That's probably their overriding philosophy. I do have to agree with you, Fish. You can see the mid lane tower here almost being pushed down. I have to imagine it's not going to be much more time before Rocket League pushes in on that. They have over 13,000K gold lead right now. I'll ask you, Fish, in your general experience of the games you played, what's the biggest gold deficit you've come back from to win the game?
You know, I'd have to look at the stats, and I think Rocket League might have been up 20K on production at one point, but that's just what comes to recent memory, as we're going to see first elimination come out. Bombs going to land right onto Glovely in the back line. Thunderhorn doing what he can. He does get the Ignite out, but unfortunately unable to get into the Kindred passive. They are going to get one elimination onto the Vigar, so hey, they got one of those. We'll see if they can get the Ziggs, but an ace going over to the Boise State Rocket League team, and that actually might be enough to finish it off. Ziggs does a ton of tower damage with the combination of his satchel charge and his passive, so we'll see with the super minions now spawning in the mid if Rocket League chooses to finish or what they want to do. The respawns starting to come out. They don't have many minions left alive. They might just be forced to get one. They'll get that one, retreat at least for now, and it looks like Rocket League maybe going to go to a Baron, maybe to another lane, but they definitely are well within their way towards winning this game. Bunch of damage coming out onto Nerdy Bird there. Baynock going to finish that one off. Has to flash away from Brennerbert. Ult is going to miss. Thunderhorn charging it, not able to get the flip. Will take the magical journey over the wall. Followed up by Brennerbert. Captain Star, he sees Ace Pocket very low. Unfortunately, not able to get there. Mary the Eternal gonna pick up that elimination as well. Flashing for it. Here comes Darkmoon Horizon. He's gonna make that a double kill for Mary the Eternal. Trying to chase the members down, but no minions in sight and no mana for that Kindred. I mean, it's going to be hard to get the kills, but this should be GG all around.
Okay, this is sad. Captain Star, even though he's in this game, is actually chatting in Twitch chat right now. I don't know what that has to say where you're spending so much time out of the game that you have time to pull up the tab and just start conversing on Twitch. If that doesn't sum up this game, I don't know what will. As the Nexus is certainly going to fall, the ace comes out, GG's go through, and GG's and a good bit of BM as well. As Rocket League winning 2 games in a row and rubbing the Overwatch team's noses in it, because my goodness, they really dominated that.
Yeah, they definitely dominated. I even do say, just we were talking about gold leads. Not Koba maybe telling the Rocket League team they were up 30K, and then they lost it. So, you know, I'm just saying, the Rocket League team, you guys are working your way back towards getting a rematch with production, but I don't know if you've earned it yet. I definitely think you gotta win a couple more.
Look at the chat. Brenner Bear says, God, I hate League of Legends after that match. That's the first thing he says after he stops that match. Brilliant.
Hey,
that's play of the game in my heart.
I just gotta say, Baynock, after you lose in an embarrassing fashion, you've gotta prove that you really are worthy of my time. I don't need to log into League of Legends for another easy Baron steal, teleport down mid lane, and finish the game off. So, I'm just saying, I'm ready for another matchup, though. But we do have a top 5 coming up here from these games, and a player of the game. You know what? There was a guy in top lane who did really, really well, but since he's been a little bit sassy in chat, I'm going to give it to Darkmoon Horizon.
Alrighty. I don't even know what production is thinking of cooking up in terms of player of the game. I half expect for this not to be an unserious player of the game.
You take
I'm
this
done.
one. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment, Sam Mountain. I don't want to give him anything else.
I don't want to take it. You take it, okay? Oh my goodness. So let me just say this right now, okay? I don't know about you, but I'm someone who enjoys a piece of cake at the end of the day, and that cake looks to be the real player of the game right now. I'll take a slice. I'll eat it, I'll take another slice and throw it in Baynock's face for being such a fountain of BM this match. Just really, just remove Baynock from entirely and blow up that picture of the cake. That's the celebration cake for 1 million Twitch views. So that's the true thing that's important at the end of the day, is the million Twitch views. And the fact that no matter how prideful the Rocket League team can feel right now about their victory now against the Overwatch team, they'll always have to remember that production is going to gloat incessantly about the time they beat them. So that's the one piece of solace that Fish can have right now. And there you go. Cake is the player of the game.
I will say Baynock did incredible. I remember when we played him, he was a thorn in my side as an AD carry. So, no, I'm definitely excited to rematch the Rocket League team in League of Legends. It's going to be a ton of fun. But, everybody on the Rocket League team played out of their mind. Shout out, though, to the Overwatch team, Brenner Bear included, for at least putting up with 2 games of League of Legends to give us the first round of our House Cup, as we talked about here. The League of Legends, Overwatch, and Rocket League teams all playing games that they're maybe not as familiar with, and determining who the winner is. Maybe even production might make an appearance as well. But big shout out to all of them. Big shout out to Baynock as well. I just got to have my fun with Baynock because of how we won. But no, I would not want to 1v1 that man on a Howling Abyss. He would absolutely have his way with me. But that he's an incredible Rocket League player and apparently an incredible League of Legends player. Is there anything that man can't do? Would be the new question.
Yeah, well, we will see as this match continues onward, see if there is anything he can't do. Rocket League still has to play Overwatch, so we'll see if they are as good in that game as they are on the others. But for tonight, right now, that'll do it for all of us. Thank you so much for 1 million Twitch views. We are very grateful, and we are glad that we have been able to share out all the memories. This is such a special occasion that instead of quitting, that it has been, especially with everything that has been happening with COVID and just the general health restrictions that the esports community and Boise State esports as a whole has been able to push through. And I think reaching this goal, this milepost, just with everything that's been going on, makes it all the more worthwhile for this community. So thank you so much for everyone in the Twitch chat for supporting us. Thank you to you, Fish, and all the other casters for helping making this so exciting. And thank you, production, as well, the unheard heroes of the stream, always making everything look good and the best that it can be. Tomorrow night, we will have a social distancing series in Rocket League for the Mountain West. You can watch that. We will have so much stuff throughout all the nights. Next, on Wednesday, you'll be able to catch another Hearthstone match, which will be fun to watch. And just keep watching us throughout the whole week to see all sorts of esports action brought to you. For tonight, though, that will do it for us. This is your host, Jacob Jim Mountain Palmer, joined by Michael Fish Fisher. Thank you so much. You have a good night and stay safe.